All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the City of Alpharetta's Design Review Board Workshop Session. Today is Friday, July 17th, 2026. At this point, I'll turn the meeting over to Mr. Schroeder to walk us through our applications that we'll be hearing during our public hearing starting at 9 o'clock this morning. So, Brett, the floor is yours. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, first one we have on the agenda this morning is Jiffy Lube on South Main Street. We're doing some new signage. So they've got wall sign they're going to do. Bottom picture is new. So this was existing. This will be new. And then we've got a monument sign. DOT demoed their monument, so they're coming back for a new. I've already talked to the sign vendor, and he should be bringing some dimensional aspects to this little area here where the sign's being shown, so that we can tell just about more exactly how big it is. So, and they are planning on a real brick base.
Okay, so just signage for that application?
Just signage for them,
Okay.
yep. And then we've got Little Alley Steak, which is coming back for, and let me switch this. They are back for, enclosing the patio area with windows and a sign. So this is not in your packet. I got it last night during my workshop with the chairman and vice chairman. We talked that the glass on the windows, or the glass on the patio area, needed to have same or similar grids to what the rest of the building does. So I talked to them. They went ahead and figured that out and then added it to the images here. So compared to what you see in your packet, I think this is a much better view. Also, there was a indication on the plan for a new front door. So we talked that through, and since I'm seeing salvaged here, I believe what they're going to do is the actual front door that is currently there, that when you walk in the little patio area, it's to the left to go in. They're just going to bring that door to the front, close that spot off and bring it right to the front. So what they're showing, I believe, is going to be the actual door that's there currently, just moved into a different spot. And then their sign, here is the one sign that they're currently proposing. Then we have CSI, the building at 2580, I think it's 2580 West Side Parkway. If you took a drive out there, the office complex across the street painted and did some landscaping updates probably 3-4 years ago, maybe a little more than that. I think they might have done some landscaping earlier and potentially just did the painting. But anyway, they basically painted an all white. So we talked to these folks about potentially doing some change. This building has two sort of entrance areas on the building, and I don't have it. They have two of these. And so we talked to them after our pre-meeting about differentiating this with a shade or two darker color, and then maintaining the rest and potentially painting the bases of all the columns the same dark gray that they're using in a couple other places like the coping. And they've got, you see some areas have these little sort of faux headers. They'll be painting those that same dark color. So they're using that color already. So we just basically encourage them to pick a color to highlight this, and sort of, so you, instead of having one continuous white building, you've got basically it looks like three buildings or two buildings.
And Brett, there's actually more than just two of these. I mean,
Is
there's
there
two
more?
along West Side Parkway, and then there's at least another one
Down the side.
down the side, so.
I mean, to me, I would,
And then there's some in the back.
yeah,
as
to me,
well.
I wouldn't bother me if they just painted everything white, but the front, yeah, that's sort of, but if, for their consistency, if they, you know, or you guys want to have them do them all the way around, that's the prerogative. And next we have Sapporo. Sapporo is taking over the, on the border building, Davis Drive and Mansell Road. They've already done some work out there. They've done a pretty extensive interior remodel, and done some exterior stuff that they basically needed to do some repairs and some things like that. They've taken off the awnings and things that were there. I think part of that was to get some repairs done as well. The building was in pretty rough shape. So they're proposing coming forward, and these are some good images of what it used to look like. Sort of straightening out the building a little bit. I think it's a pretty good look. It's fairly standard, but I think it's a decent look. And I remember from, some of you may not, but I remember from years back, we always, every time this building would come in, we always struggled with how this rock looked. It was always just sort of there. Yeah, it just wasn't. And I feel like with the other materials they've brought in and the very simple lines and things like that, I think it really helps the look of the rock sort of blend in a little bit without covering it up or painting it or some other crazy idea.
Well, it kind of simplifies things. They've kind of simplified a lot of the
Yeah,
exterior
which-
materials too, so.
And I think when it was
On the,
there's a lot going on this building.
yes,
And I think that was part of what we always struggled with, is there's so much going on, and then you've got a lot of movement in the rock too. So I think this just really, really does it. We talked in our pre-meeting, I'm not sure if it's possible, but I think we either need to turn these into the eyeballs like on the Sphere in Las Vegas and get them moving around down Mansell Road, or potentially just have them removed and
One thing about using stone, the way that you mentioned it in the previous photograph, if it's round rock and you stack it, if you find round rock in nature, it's not stacked.
right.
It's in the creek bed. So they've moved to something here that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
well, it's good to see a building being repurposed or refurbished rather than just vacant.
Yes,
Vacant.
yes, I agree. And I heard yesterday that Miller's Ale House has a new tenant. So
Oh,
I don't know that they're going to be doing much to that building. It's not on a corridor of influence, but we have seen it in the past, so we'll have to look and see what they plan to do with that. But I heard that it's got a new tenant. And it just popped in my mind, you're going to see a lot of landscaping stuff. If you happen to go to Sam's or up Davis Drive, you'll see a lot of landscaping things happening at Davis Drive or at Sam's. Mr. Shostak and I are working hard to make that parcel look better. So it struggled
Well, now that Davis Drive has that connection back.
Yeah,
to
it's getting
west-
more
west
visibility
side,
and,
yes.
yeah.
There's more traffic and so forth. I'm sorry, Brett, so is the campfire that's on the side of the building, is that considered a
That's a sign,
sign?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah, so they are entitled to two.
all right. Well, it looks like they already have their sign on the main building, on the front of the building.
Yes, I believe so.
And they've got their monument signs kind of nearing completion.
I don't know, I don't know the intent, if their intent is to try to button up the building, get it open, and then do some more of this exterior stuff. Because they had their signs done a month or two ago. That was the first thing, and then we brought this forward that they wanted to do some exterior changes too. So I'm not really up on the scope of opening the business.
Are they planning to do the landscaping that's shown here?
I don't think so, no. I think this
Oh.
is just a rendering.
Okay.
I don't think they're
doesn't-
planning on doing much at all with the landscaping. They've got some stuff they need to replace, but I don't think they're doing a new plan. And then we have Amasa Mexican Kitchen. That's taking the Jekyll Brewery location out front. And they're doing two fairly simplistic, well, one fairly simplistic sign and then one a little more to it. So this is faces the park. It is the Amasa part, at least in this plan, is shown to be halo illuminated. The rest of it is just a layered signage, and then the perpendicular sign on the Academy Street side. Sorry, I couldn't get that out. On the Academy Street side, the business owner and the sign guy and myself talked pretty extensively through this sign and how to make it more theirs. So there are a few things, and in these pictures, I can't really give you a whole lot, but there are a few things that the owner's going to talk through you. But this background that's here has got some very distinct meaning to him. It's a patterned background, and it's got some quite distinct meaning. And then I believe the sign guy has figured out how this little logo corn object on the top, I believe we're going to make this entire top that object now. So I think I believe he'll have some better pictures of that. That'll, I think, really set it all off. And then I believe he's going to move the Amasa here and potentially put the Mexican on the end of the sign, which actually faces Academy Street, where Jekyll had their just a routed out.
Are they keeping the sign boxes from Jekyll total? And just refacing them, or?
Basically,
Okay.
yes,
Or they're-
basically.
Or they're keeping the structure of the
They're keeping the
sign?
structure of it,
Okay.
and just reutilizing that, so. This gives you a little bit, so the structure, this plate in the center on the Jekyll sign is independent from the outside, so that's how they're able to change that pretty easily, and then, this top is different. So if y'all remember back when we did the downtown sign design guide, we had a sign company on there, and their representative was Patty, I can't think of her last name now. Patty's company made this sign for Jekyll, and they really make signs so that you can work on them. So it's my understanding that this top will come off pretty easily and get something new put up there and not really, you won't even know it, that was ever there, so. And I think that, essentially, is that it? Let me look at the-
I think so.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Any questions? We've got 15 minutes. If you got something you want me to go back to.
So for Amasa or Amasa Kitchen, are they doing anything to the exterior, I mean, to the rooftop or anything?
No.
Just, so it's just signage?
Just
for them?
signage, yep.
Okay, very good. All right, so for Jiffy Lube, we've got signage. For Little Alley Steakhouse, we've got the patio enclosure and signage. For CSI Labs is the exterior painting.
Yep.
For Sapporo, we've got the exterior changes.
Yep, exterior changes.
Signage has already been done, and then we've got signage for Amasa Kitchen.
Yep.
Okay, pretty straightforward. Any other questions, comments? All right, with that, let's adjourn the workshop session, and we'll be back here at 9 o'clock to start our public hearing. Thank you.
Aaron, can you turn my computer off? Aaron? Can you turn me off, please? Before you go. You just switch it to something else. That's still mine. That's still mine. Just close it. That didn't even work. I guess if we have to have something that's. Well, I know what I can do. I'll just unplug mine. Hey, how are you?
Good, very good. Who's Charles?
I'm Brett.
Brett?
Nice to meet you.
I don't know, seems like that you were present already. What did they have a question? Maybe?
Yeah, so you'll do basically the same thing I did. Yep, and then they'll ask you a lot more questions than they ask me.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll try.
Yep, okay?
All right, good.
Yep,
Thank you.
thank you.
David, right? David. His name?
Brett.
Brett,
Yeah.
sorry.
Robert from AKA, Little Alley Steak.
Oh, Little Eye Steak?
Yeah.
Okay,
We have hard copies. I didn't know because you asked about the door. So we reprinted everything. The door's going to be relocated and salvaged.
yeah, no, I think it'll be fine. I mean, we can pass out the hard copies if you want, but I think the electronic version. Now that we've got it figured out what it actually was happening, that's what I told them in workshop. That it was the door that's there currently, we're just swinging it facing out now. They didn't have any door.
So the old one that we gave you showed a pair of doors.
Yep.
The revised one shows one door.
Yep, and I showed them the revised one this morning because I wanted them to see the gridded windows, which I think looks a lot better. Yeah.
So I'll just present and we'll go
You'll
through.
present from here, yep, once they call you up, and yep, we'll be good to go. Thank you. Good morning.
How's it going? Manuel with Bravo
Oh,
PG.
hey, I'm Brett.
Nice to meet you. in
Nice to
person.
meet you.
I guess this was kind of like pre.
Yeah, it's just a pre thing, very brief, so you'll do basically the same thing.
Okay.
Did you get to talk to them about those entrances?
I went ahead and I have the renderings. They haven't gotten back to took them a long time to even get everything rolling, and so, what renderings did you,
All I showed them was what you sent me, and then I told them that we talked about it.
and so what is the, cause I have this here.
So just,
So this would be, where,
this would be a darker gray in these columns, and then you go this dark gray on the column
okay,
bases.
cause this is what I ended up doing, so this is the one that we
Yes.
have now.
Yep.
Where we did the bases,
Yep,
but then they would want this whole section here.
yes, but not that dark.
Um,
So this one matched that.
that's, yeah, this is the unders that we have on.
So we would just go like a between here and that, between the base and that
Would be the lighter
would
shade.
be a little, yeah.
Lighter shade.
Okay. Just to highlight those
Kind of more
area, that
emphasis,
area.
so it's
Yeah.
not so obvious. Okay, because that's what kind of what I told them. So like, that gets approved. I run it through them. If they don't like it, regardless, we would just need to approve it. So we're not doing the all white. You said you kind of gave me heads up. They weren't.
Well, so I only talked to two of them.
Okay.
My previous.
Okay.
So there's 4 others now, so they could say, oh, we want this.
So I guess I can pitch the.
I would pitch that. This is what you got.
Okay.
They come, oh, we really like to set this up, vote on it.
Okay. Okay, and then that, because I know they, for us, it's like I always have to march it, so it takes its time. And then so I kind of told them, but between Wednesday and today, yeah, and then so I was just kind of like, this is kind of what they gave me heads up on. They were like percent for one, and then if the people that could make the decision, I have a contact person.
Yeah.
And, he was like, I need to run it through the people and send something. And if they approve it, we can do it color. So I was like, I'll push it to white, and then if not, let's just reconvene and then come back again next
Yeah,
month.
so what it'll do, if they, so I think it's simple. If they want that, that's what they do. And say, well, we either have to do this,
Or days.
or we start over. Or we,
Yeah, which I don't think they would do. So yeah, okay, so it would just be this whole, it would be,
yeah, just where you've got it sort of separated, where the building separates.
so that whole section right there would be the off color.
Yep.
And then the bases.
Still,
that same-
still dark gray bases.
The light little darker one.
Yeah, so darker than this, but not that.
Not that. Okay, yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense, because even, it'll still be white, because the building is
Still
massive. Yeah, it should be like a zone. Okay, nope, that's just what it is.
And you may even, you may want to download. So if you do like I do, the snow your third, so you've got probably half hour, 45 minutes.
What's in between Snowbound and Online? And then, do you think I can just have the color here? I don't need to have, okay.
Did I speak correctly? Yeah. We got that, you got, because I think you got that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so basically we're doing, remove that top, we're gonna be changing it, and then also we're gonna be adding the kitchen down here at the bottom. And then we're gonna do it. He's just gonna let it color, unless you guys want us to do it. Yeah, that's the idea, so, and what we're trying to do, because this was backlit, we don't wanna, we can't see it anymore, so what we're thinking about doing is the routed aluminum box. With, okay, yeah, so it's a routed aluminum box where the letters are cut in, and then we have two external spots. Do you think that would work? Okay. Okay, thank you. Maybe. So that would be basically using something like this with the lights behind it. Okay. Yeah, 'cause the plan for this one, the plan is to have this letter, yeah, for our masa, and then for the Mexican kitchen, it's just this one, right? And then for the other ones. Okay, so we can use the existing light up there. That makes total sense. Yeah, okay. So how should I present that to you?
Do what you've shown,
Okay,
we'll take care of that.
okay, awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you came up with that idea. That's a great idea.
Because I,
Right. Yeah, so what we're trying to do is we're gonna take the power out of those. Yeah. And put them into the spotlight. That's
so.
right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But don't muddy the waters. Don't need that. Um, I will, but,
I just want to make sure it wasn't my end
No. Oh, you can go ahead, because they'll present from there. They'll present from here, so I won't plug back in.
Oh, okay, so nothing's plugged in right now?
Right. Yeah.
So we're good.
All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the City of Alpharetta's Design Review Board public hearing. Today is Friday, July 17th, 2026. Glad to see everyone here this morning. Our first order of business is roll call, and it looks like we have, well, almost everybody present. Mr. Boehm is not here this morning, and see Mr. Corkle is not, but we got Tom Lane. Mr. LeCain, thank you for being here this morning. And welcome back, Jennifer Sprayberry. So good to see you again. So thanks for being here. Okay, just a gentle reminder, if you'll silence your electronic devices for us, please. And let's stand to face the flag, and we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you for that. Next up, do we have any items from staff this morning? Anything from staff this morning?
Just remember to turn on your microphone when you speak, because I couldn't hear some of you last month. And also, I just wanted to let y'all know about Erin, who's filling in for Joel. Joel's in IT now, so she's filling in for us today. Thank you.
Yes, Joel is on the West Coast right now at a conference, so good for him. But glad to see you, Aaron. Thank you for being here this morning. Okay. Anything else from staff? Brett, anything?
I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think-
All right. All right. Anything from board members this morning? Again, we'll welcome Ms. Sprayberry back to the board. Thank you for being here. And I want to thank Frank Swing for filling in for me last month. Sorry I missed it, but had a little challenge in getting back from a family memorial service. The weather didn't cooperate for me to get back here in time. So Frank, thank you for running a very efficient and quick meeting last month. Okay.
You have big shoes to fill.
Oh, there's always.
Last month went.
Okay, speaking of last month, has everybody had a chance to look at the draft meeting minutes from our June 19th, 2026 meeting? I assume you have. Can I have a motion to approve such, please?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from June 19th.
Okay,
Owens, second.
all right. We have a motion by Mr. Rowan, a second by Mr. Owens to approve the June 19th, 2026 Design Review Board meeting minutes. Any comments or questions about the motion? There being none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of approving the June 19th, 2026 Design Review Board meeting minutes, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All opposed? No opposition? Minutes are approved, 6-0. All right, very good. Thank you for that. All right, on to new business this morning. Our first applicant is Jiffy Lube.
Can I
Jiffy Lube.
read the public hearing
Oh,
procedure?
yes, please
Thank
do,
you.
Ellie. You can come on up while she's reading some procedural things for us. Thank you.
An individual requesting to be heard on a matter related to the purpose of the hearing must be recognized by the chair before addressing the board. Upon rising to speak, the speaker must identify himself or herself and furnish a home or business address before proceeding with any comments or remarks. The board will allow the proponents a total of 10 minutes to speak in support of an application. Opponents will be allowed 10 minutes to speak in opposition. Comments are first accepted from the applicant, followed by persons speaking in favor, and then from those in opposition. Upon conclusion of any opposing comments or presentations, the chair will allow the applicant to offer rebuttal if any time is remaining in the original allotted 10 minutes. DRB is a little different because we have so many different things to review, so the chair has discretion to allow more time. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ellie, for that. Appreciate that. Okay, our first applicant this morning is Jiffy Lube. Good morning, welcome. If you'll walk us through what you want to do with your building today, please. I'll tell you what, if you'll introduce yourselves first, and then you can walk us through.
Paul Lyko. I'm the owner, I'm the owner of Jiffy Lube, Leslie Jiffy Lube. Acquired this location, just over 12 months ago.
Should be
Yep,
some,
hit that. Yep, there you go.
there we go.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Totally different. Paul Lydbo. I acquired this Jiffy Lube about 12 months ago. Along with the other locations in town that are ours now, we've been going through and re-imaging these. This one and one other that's incoming both were affected by street widening. Had the signs removed. The previous owner, who was in a different state, was in North Carolina, just neglected to come back and replace the sign. So we're going through the same process right now in Forsyth County. But it's really, the objective is to put a new primary sign in there. It has, as you can imagine, it has affected business, and so it's, we're working through the process.
Yes, well, we're glad to see DOT finally finishing up some of the road widening and sidewalk widening that's happening, although some of the other parts of the city are still being affected. So, okay, so it looks like you're doing a new building sign.
New building sign, yes, and
Okay.
also a new monument out front.
Okay, so the new, tell us about the new building sign while we're looking at what's on the screen right
I'm
now.
going to let this gentleman.
I'm Dylan Youngblood. I'm with the sign company, Clayton Signs. So we'll be replacing the existing channel letters with new halo lit letters. So let's see. Yeah, it's on the screen. Okay. There's another. There's that. Just your normal, aluminum letter with the halo lit, that shines out the back. So.
And the face is white?
Correct.
Okay,
Are you eliminating,
The face and side, the face and returns will be white, the whole letter.
are you eliminating the existing raceway?
Yeah,
that's
the raceway
there?
will go away. These will be individually mounted.
Do you think there's going to be any issues with existing holes that
No.
are from the, no, okay.
Yeah, if there is, we go in and we can caulk the holes and match it, match the brick color.
Okay.
So,
They tend to disappear on the brick.
yep.
and so if you'll go back to the existing versus the new sign for us. Okay. All right, so, and you're also removing the multi-care
Correct.
sign.
Correct.
From that, okay.
The logo's backlit as well, the logo and the letters?
Yes, sir.
Everything's backlit.
We're
know, it's
also
al-
adding some new secondary signage, directional, which are
You'll see over here.
identified as B2, which are exit only, just so you don't have people driving in from front. And there's similar on the back that just says welcome.
Yeah, I think those are pretty straightforward. It's almost like, going back to your building sign, it's almost like if you could, there's not much difference, well, a little bit, I guess, between the words Jiffy Lube now and what you're proposing to do. It's almost like if you could cut that sign in half, leave the Jiffy Lube there and just put the new logo on the left side, but I guess that's a different ball of wax. Okay.
And these are going to halo lit too.
Yes,
so
that's true.
That's
Yeah.
an improvement, right?
Yeah.
And no raceway?
No raceway, that's
No
true.
raceway.
Yeah.
And I believe this building's been here. Coincidentally, my first location was in Alpharetta. I live in Atlanta, but my first location was on State Bridge Way in Alpharetta, behind the Shell. So I became a business owner in Alpharetta 24 years ago. But this location's been there for as long as I've, so I would guess 30 years or so. And, fortunately it's brick, so it needs to be cleaned up, but it does wear pretty well.
Okay. All right, let's look at your monument sign now, please.
So great improvement.
That was a Google Map image, so it was kind of, I took some more pictures today.
Yeah, that sign is actually, I think, the existing one's leaning even more. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you put a lot of money in for demolition of the existing sign.
There's the bright side. I could have it out when we leave here, when you give us the go-ahead.
Yeah, basically the new one will be put back towards the parking lot, just to allow the, for the setback. And I went out there and took some measurements this morning.
So how much space do you have in that grassed island area now? What's the, I guess, what's the
From-
width, for instance, versus the?
5 feet, I believe.
Yeah,
It's 5 feet wide,
it's-
but how deep is it then? It's
it
about
was-
15, it's about 15 feet deep, I imagine.
Let's see.
Because that picture doesn't show the actual island as it is. The picture on the right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, here's another. Yeah, it's roughly 15 feet from the, from that back curb to the edge of the sidewalk.
And is there, do you know where the setback line is of where the sign can go?
I measured it out when we pushed the sign back and, changing the brick to the 6 foot, it'd be about 124 inches from the edge of the sidewalk. So a little over 10 feet.
And 24 from
And
the
then
red.
24 feet to the curb, like to the edge of the curb on the, at the road. So from,
So there's ample space for cars to be able to look left when they're
Right.
pulling up.
Yeah, if you put it far enough, yeah. That sidewalk
it'll-
is like 8 feet wide or
it'll
something.
be,
So-
if you can see my mouse, it'll stop right about there. So
the car-
they'll have all this area up here.
Vehicle be well past that when it's turning out.
I feel like the sign could have a little bit, the monument sign could have a little bit more character to it. I feel like it's just a kind of almost a slab, I'll call it.
I was thinking the same.
Yeah, I hate to say I like anything about the old sign better, but I like that there's
Well-
a frame on it.
If you look at the old sign that was there, it was a nice, pretty big brick
Brick
monument sign that was there. Unfortunately, I know DOT kind of took care of that, but, I mean, even look at the sign that it's Walgreens, it has a nice brick base to it with kind of a cabinet on top of it. I think it gives it a little bit more character than just something that looks like it's been kind of just put in the ground there.
What if they pulled in the metal or stainless steel strip in like by just a couple of inches to just kind of break up the box a little bit?
I could see that too, and maybe the brick base has a cap on it of
Yeah.
some sort before they put the cabinet sign on top of it. So
Just a
feel like you
soldier
And we can
Yeah.
always widen the brick base,
Yeah.
so it'd be 6 inches past the cabinet on every side as well.
I think
So
that
it's
would
kinda
look
like
good.
sitting on
Yeah.
a,
Yeah, with,
Like
with
it's sitting on a
with a
base.
cap. With a-
Yes,
With a,
with
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 a
a
cast.
cap
like a
on the
cast
brick.
cap on the brick.
Okay.
I understand.
Like a soldier court, like
Yeah,
a,
soldier course or some
Okay.
sort of,
Okay.
and then I think too, we always require, some sort of base landscaping, evergreen, or some sort of landscaping around the base of the sign.
Do you have any preference if we have 5 feet, 12? So we'd have about 2 feet on each side of the sign. So just a small,
A planting bed, put some landscaping in there, looks
Okay.
nice too.
we're doing that in a.
Now, part of the challenge becomes too, I noticed, that slopes from the sidewalk towards your building, it slopes down. So, how you manipulate that or work that, I'm not exactly
yeah,
sure.
the brick mason would just, so it's level, he would just, the side that's closest to the building would just be built up a little bit more.
Okay.
So so it's level.
Do
So-
you know, can I ask a quick question? Do you know, based on what, and maybe you do, based on what is there currently, did they change the back edge of that curb?
I believe so.
Or is that where it was? I'm looking at an older photo and I'm wondering if did they take any length of those parking spaces out front? It does look like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those-
they definitely did. didn't
Those
they?
parking spaces, I was there this morning, there's no space
there's no space there, so they shrunk that up, okay.
Previous sign was all brick with that
Y- Yeah. I think what they would like to see is some room both at the sidewalk and at the back edge of the curb, landscaping to go all the way around the base of the sign. So we don't want to set it right at the back edge of the curb. I'll work with you on distance to the right of way if we need to, yeah. Yeah, something, because you don't want to, I mean, the board doesn't want you to put a real brick base in there and then hide it. So, yeah, something, maybe one of our two landscape architects could offer some sort of a evergreen thing that could go around there that would stay, 12 to 18 inches?
Like a dwarf, some sort of dwarf holly or something, or
Yeah, I think maybe one of the dwarf hollies, a Stokes Yopon or a Hugendorn.
Lucanlorn or Stosia?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Juniper.
Juniper.
Andorra juniper. Because it wouldn't get as tall as some of the hollies would get.
do they need, would that need irrigation then? Or something that probably, I imagine there's not irrigation there now, so.
Probably not. It would benefit from irrigation, but they'd naturalize over time. So after their establishment period, if we just kept them watered, maybe by hand, they should establish and be pretty hardy.
Timing-wise, we'll be getting through actually, there's plenty of water right now, but
Yeah, I would wait to do your planting until fall, winter.
Well, is DOT finished in this area now?
I think they're finished far enough that he can start on his sign. I think they're not finished, no, but I think the sidewalk is there. That's basically where they're moving. They're moving street side now. So if the sidewalk's in, I think they're pretty well done with your side as far as towards your building. So yeah, you could go ahead and do the sign.
okay.
Brett, would you feel comfortable if we do kind of a conceptual approval that you look at the final approval, or
Yeah.
if they come up with a sketch that you can say yes or no?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
behalf.
I can meet them, them out there as well when we get ready to, we want to stake it and say, give the brick mason they go by stakes. They don't like to necessarily just guess it. Yeah, we can do that.
Did you have a preference on brick, or do you want us to match the building as closely as possible?
Probably if you can try to match the building, you probably can't match it, but you can probably get something fairly close. Unfortunately, that sign is away from the building. It's not up next to it, so you can't really, so yeah, if you can get something, I imagine get something fairly close to it.
It's far enough away that, I think even if it's a tiny bit off, it'll still be good.
I guess they didn't save any brick from the old sign.
Yeah.
They didn't think about that.
I saw those
Plenty
signs
of other
coming down. There was no saving.
Okay. Okay.
One more comment on the monument sign. I think, once you enlarge the base, I think it would look good to have a white frame around the outside of the sign. So, and I just noticed that from the really nice temporary sign. I think the white frame around it looks good. And once you have a wider base, then you've got something for the frame to kind of meet as it comes down on the sides. What do you think about that?
Do you have an idea how to do that? Just,
It does give it a little bit of,
it'd all be part of the cabinet?
Yeah, I think the current sign looks a little more on the modern contemporary side, and I think with the wider base and a frame on it, it'll sort of fit the character of sort of,
And the silver, would it,
in the silver?
do you want that removed?
We can take
or-
the silver away, the Pennzoil and the silver, we can take that away.
Yeah, okay.
No, I
with
think-
that silver.
I think if you have,
Having the silver in there introduces something that's sort of representative of a machine-like color, and you're working with machines in your facility. It gives it a clean spark to it.
Helps transition from the masonry to the purple or maroon sign. But I think that the frame should be on all four sides, like maybe 2 inches or so at least, and then wrap the sides of it.
I haven't seen the design yet, but would you be open if we put the silver around it to keep, maybe if that if we carried that all the way around in a frame? I think that would work. Rather than having multiple? Okay, so we can, and we'll look at both and just see.
Just make sure it wraps the end of the
The
sign.
ends, yeah, and you see a 2-inch or so
Yeah.
frame around it. Okay.
That would be good.
Okay, before we get to any motions or anything, is there any public comment about this application? Any public comment? No public comment, okay. Somebody want to craft a motion?
Mr. Chairman, regarding DRB 260012 Jiffy Lube, motion to approve the building sign as submitted, and motion to approve the monument sign with the following conditions. The base will be enlarged with a cap with the brick to match the building as closely as possible. The applicant will add a silver or white frame around the sign, wrapping the end of the sign as well. Applicant will add evergreen landscaping at the base. And final location approval by staff. And the motion?
Second?
Okay, a motion by Mr. Swing, a second by Mr. Rowan. Any comments or questions about the motion? There being none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All opposed? No opposition. Motion passes 6-0. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Just one question. Do you have any thoughts at all if we remove the Pennzoil, just depending on how the design looks, or just no thoughts one way or another?
Do you have an obligation? Do you have an obligation to them as a supplier of your material?
2 weeks ago, Jiffy Lube was acquired as a new owner. So it had been owned by Shell for the past 25 years, and Shell owns Pennzoil. So things are changing with it. It was a requirement, but with the new owner.
I think that if you're going to do the silver frame around it, I think that the Pennzoil logo on the frame is a little odd, you know? But if
Yeah, so I don't,
But if you need to, if you're required to do it, I don't know if you can move it up into the field.
we'll find out on that. But if we're not, yeah, I think it would clean it up and look very nice just to have the frame. So-
I agree.
I agree.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Okay, very good. Our next applicant this morning is Little Alley Steakhouse, or Little Alley Steak, I should say. Come on up, come on down. All right, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Robert Zapula with AKA Studio. We're the architects that did the remodel as it is today and moving forward to do the sign and the patio changes that we're talking about.
Okay.
Brett, do I start with the sign or the enclosure or?
Either way, it doesn't, whichever way, however you want to start.
I don't know if we needed extra hard copies of what we're doing.
Yeah, if you've got some actual sample materials, those would be good to pass around.
Not of the
Or-
sign, but of the patio part.
Okay, well, that's fine too, yeah, whatever you
I
want.
think it might be beneficial since it's changed from what's in the packet as far as the window grids and stuff, so you can
Okay.
actually see.
All right, yeah, let's see the new,
So should I skip to the patio first or do the sign first?
sir. All right, so what Mr. Schroeder is passing out is the kind of your revised elevations, I guess, or revised plans?
Yes,
Okay?
sir.
Okay, why don't you, if you'll walk us through these then, please?
So we're enclosing the patio
Okay.
with light construction and design materials, so they can use that all seasons, basically. With sliding glass windows, with window mullions to match the design of the addition that we did to the left. The mullions would be between the glazing because they can't slide past each other's if they're outboard. And we're utilizing the same materials and the same construction style and everything to match. There's an existing roof that we'll be building up underneath and dyeing the walls underneath into. And we're not changing any of the occupancy or the seating or the tables, just basically moving the door to the front of the building versus it being kind of, if you know where it is now, off to the side where the vestibule was in the original design. And we're utilizing the same door. We're going to rehang it at the front. So on the bottom left, we have a photograph of the door. It doesn't look perfect, but that's the actual photograph of the door we're using. Salvaged door. We're just going to rehang it at the front. And this is all within the past, how, 6 months you've been open? Yeah, so it's basically still brand new. And then we have the side and there's 3 sides to it. There's the front, the left, and the right, so. Or the front, the back, and the right. Right side faces Taco Bell.
So since this is all fairly new, I guess you have no trouble matching materials at
We
this
have
point. You
everything.
can still get the wood siding and,
It's all the same,
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's see, looking at the west, the front elevation, so to the left of your new proposed front door there, that's existing, correct?
Correct.
And that, what's that lighter material around the windows? Is that stucco or is that, what kind of,
That's brick detailing in the back left.
and-
Do we have a photograph? That's the wood trim? It's wood trim, painted wood trim.
so that's painted wood trim there to the left, that, where those 2 windows are, yes.
Where these are? Yeah,
Yes, so the surrounds there, that's all, that's wood then, correct?
correct.
And then what's the material being proposed around the door and the other, the other,
The dark material,
not the dark, but the lighter material then?
that's the same stucco that's on the left side. The left side is where the old vestibule is, where these 2 windows are.
Right, and that's wood you said, right?
Trims.
Wood trim, so what's the lighter color there?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure which lighter color.
I just want to make sure where I'm going is to make sure we match that color to the left of the entrance door, that lighter color surrounding the windows. Whatever that material is, we're just matching that same material.
We're matching everything
on
that's-
the right side,
Correct.
because it looks very, very smooth.
on
I
street
have a
view, it looks like brick.
photograph, I think.
Well, it's, and I'm looking at
Doesn't it look like brick?
that's,
The left side,
that's just immediately to the left of the front door.
you know about right here.
Yes.
Yeah, that looks smooth. That looks like,
So they did wood paneling around
looks
that?
like wood paneling.
It's very smooth.
So we were approved to do stucco before. We want to do that?
I'm just trying to make sure we're, now that that's all out front in the same plane, it's the same material.
Sure. What the owner's pointing out to me is there was a deviation they made in the field. And the part over here on the left that I'm zooming in on,
Yes.
around the windows, around the trim, is a wood, either with or hardy board. Painted flat stock, it looks like, versus the stucco.
Yeah, it doesn't
So-
look like stucco, so, yeah.
I don't know if you can help. Did I give you the before photographs? Do you have a picture of that?
Just trying to, it looks like. I think that's wood, yeah, so I'm just trying to make sure it looks the same. And then we, if, yeah. And the other thing is, I'm a little bit worried about, let's see if I can pull up my other pictures.
Oh, you know, we probably got the pictures in this also.
Yeah, what was that approved as? Was that approved as stucco?
Yeah, it's like wood, okay.
Here we go. I have a blow-up of that.
We could just make a condition to
Yeah, that's
match
true.
what's
Okay,
there.
I'm sorry. I know I'm getting into the, I just want to make sure it's the same texture, the same,
Yes.
I know it looks like it's the same paint color, just make sure it's the same, so that it looks like it's all one.
It's all done at once is what the intent is.
And the
Our-
same trim, like, design, because you could
That's
see
true.
they've got like some paneling on the corners.
That's true. In fact, so now that you're enclosing the patio, which is becoming more of a permanent kind of dining area, I assume, are you really going to use the sliding windows?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Just trying to make sure again, to try to have the same look. I know the sliding windows and the horizontal sliding windows don't quite look like the same fixed windows that are on the left side of the door.
Mhm. We are using grills to try to emulate the look.
Okay.
Just because it is a patio, there is the need and want for people to have fresh air. You know, the certain times of year we could do it.
Okay. And then you're proposing to use, I know it looks like they're, looking at the patio area now, you've got the planter boxes, I'll call them, with the siding. I guess you're taking those planter boxes out and kind of redoing the.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting rid of the planters on the outside. You can kind of see the exposed curb in the landscape bed. That's the edge of our slab, basically.
Okay.
And we're going to build up from there.
And then the new door is going, if you can use your pointer, where is the new door in this kind of
This photo.
going? Is it going, it's going at the face?
Is there one more? No. Oops.
Okay.
It's going to the right of this. Let's see if I can put it here.
Okay, there we go. All right, that's your, okay. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I understand where everything's going. Okay,
Are you guys going to need to put a new slab in order, like, are you going to tear out the existing?
No, we may have to cut a little bit of it back, actually. And the intent, we haven't built it. Our intent is to stay underneath the column lines, and there's a small roof overhang. We don't want to have to redo the entire roof. We're going to try to stay within inside the footprint of the roof.
Because it looks like there's some landscape beds that actually extend under the,
We're going to have to rework the landscape bed. We're going to cut back part of the slab at the front. Didn't know how much details you wanted to get into with that, but.
and there's no concerns about like the exterior slab sloping or anything like that for drainage as it is, or?
No, I think we're okay.
Okay.
The beds are all dropped.
Yeah, just looking at your original submission, and I'm trying to figure, that to the left of the front door, it looks like in the original submission, this was not enclosed on the left side. Because the original submission shows just sort of a flat facade of brick under the little alley sign.
In the original submission?
Yeah,
No, this vestibule's always been part of the original submission.
I don't know, just looking at the package, and
The
that
one from
area
last
to the
year?
left of the door is not enclosed unless you brought something else in different than what was in the package. That I would not have. Because now I was just trying to figure out what the material was, and I saw it said brick, and then I realized that's behind that current enclosure on the left, so. All right, but the point is now the whole thing is enclosed all the way across. Yeah, that's what I was looking at right there.
How are you guys going to be conditioning the space? Is there going to be
It's a separate air conditioning system and heating
Where are the outdoor compressors?
on the rooftop.
On the
There's a
rooftop.
very large parapet.
Good.
I think technically there may be a mini split in there versus a full, it's not, it won't be a packaged rooftop
Yeah,
unit.
yeah. So you won't see anything from
No, it's going to be
any
all on the roof.
equipment? Are you guys going to be making any, I presume that when you redo the porch, that it's going to disrupt all the surrounding landscaping? Are you guys going to put it back in to match?
Absolutely, yes.
Why don't you take us around the, if you can, the Taco Bell side, just to look at what that. Okay, so the bottom left there, all right?
So just to clarify, so around the windows, it's like a hardy board or something? It's a painted,
I think I was just told that we're changing what we originally thought we were doing to do more of the flat stock that exists in the vestibule on the front in the photograph that we showed.
flat stock?
So it'll be flat stock paint with wood trims to kind of decorate it.
It's like a hardy, like plank material?
I believe so.
Almost a hardy panel or
Yeah.
something. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Excellent. All right, so any other exterior elevation changes or in the new packet that we are just getting this morning?
It's just these.
Okay.
I can't move over.
Okay, are there any other questions for the applicant on the exterior elevation changes? All right, why don't you walk us through the.
This is
new
this is technically the back at the top. I'm having a moment here using that. So what you see from the public's view, the back, and there's 40 or 50 feet between the building on the right and the patio because that's the whole length of the building. So it won't really read like that. There's a transformer there and other things that are kind of blocking the way. But the distance you can see in this elevation on the bottom, if your view is from the tree on the right, you'd see the very far back end of this part of the patio that kind of wraps the front, which is on the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what color are you painting the new hollow metal door?
Do you want it the gray color or you want to match the beige?
We match, maybe the front door,
Or we can make it brown?
or we just make it black, but match this color.
Make it
Good
brown?
morning, by the way, I apologize.
I think we're gonna make it brown to match the wood
To
siding.
match the base or the new wood siding? Okay. Okay, any other questions, comments for the applicant on the, all right? All right, walk us through or show us the new building sign, if you will, please.
So the building sign is basically on this facade on the left, over the vestibule that exists and over the patio, and it faces the street. We're looking for one sign only at the front of the building. It's a corner lot, and you could have one maybe also on Marietta Street, but it doesn't really make sense for them. And so this does not show the patio being enclosed, because originally we were doing just the sign, and they were like, well, we also want to do the patio, so I guess the sign would come first. That's probably easier to do and quicker, and this is what you would see. It is kind of being shown over our old presentation before that had the vestibule not there and the patio and things. The sign construction is on the left, basically there. It's a black stainless steel channel letter backlit, so it kind of reflects against the backer. The backer is a painted metal to match the brick. All the little letters and things, we don't want to put all the holes through the wall for every little letter. And there's no raceway, so basically it's a box with all the letters standing out on it, painted to match the brick.
So the letters are black, and I guess the established 2005. Everything's black with the background of the sign is that beige.
Correct, and I think you have a sample of that paint color as well.
Which you said is painted to match the building,
Yes, sir.
basically.
Okay.
Is there any lighting from the canopy or anything that's going to shine on it?
No, the letters are hauled off, about an inch or so off the face, so it'll create a halo effect.
Oh, so
on the
it
material.
is backlit?
It's backlit, yes,
Got it.
it's not like backlit where you see like a,
Right, it's halo.
more of a halo.
Okay.
What is the, so it's basically mounted on a panel?
Correct.
Just a panel, not a cabinet?
So there's a detail on the left that we drew. It's rotated 90 degrees, but there's a panel that gets mounted to the wall that then has a conduit for us to have our electricals come from the building.
Okay.
And then it'll house all these small little runs to all the letters and things, which is the top metal panel that's being painted to match the building, and then you can see the signage will be mounted to that panel.
So it will have some depth to it.
Correct.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know if there was electrical in there, because it looks like it's all flat.
We're using a 1-inch standoff, so the letters be off that face 1 inch to allow the light to kind of bleed out around it.
So logo and letters and everything will all be backlit.
Correct. Yeah.
And how thick are the letters?
I think we said they're 1 inch.
Oh, I
Are
thought
they
that
1
was
inch or 2 inch
standoff.
letters?
They're probably gonna be, I would guess, 2 to 3.
You think they're gonna be 2 or 3 inches?
Yeah.
1 and a
They
quarter.
got to get that much LED.
Yeah, that's what I was-
stuff.
One-
They're gonna
1
be-
and a quarter.
They're gonna be at least 2.
The standoff is 1 inch.
Yeah, the standoff is 1, but the letter itself's gotta house the LED. It's gotta have enough room to get the LED away from the backer. So, yeah, it's probably gonna be in the neighborhood of, I would bet more on 3-inch thick letters.
So you're saying
Scroll
like that?
down underneath your, Robert, underneath your installation diagram there, if you just move down on that sheet, there's some, keep going a little bit, right there to the right, it says front, and it says stainless steel individual letters, symbols, and bars mounted with 1 1/4 inch stainless steel return.
I think that was the terminology for the standoff we were
For the
using.
standoff, yeah.
The s- The standoff is 1 inch.
It's 1 inch.
It says it up on.
That was drawn by the architects. The letters are gonna be 2 to 3 inches thick.
I
They're gonna have a
apologize.
1-inch
You have a
standoff.
certain
Yeah, so
expertise.
Okay, I'm just
The-
reading what we've been given, so.
The architects, when the sign guy manufactures it, that letter's gonna be 3 inches thick.
Okay.
So we'll make sure we update our
At the farm,
information. 1 inch standoff and 3
It's going to
inch
be
letters.
yeah.
a challenge to get the established in 2005
Yeah.
with a 3-inch thick letter when the
That's-
letter,
That'll probably be more just the 1-inch flat mount, because there's
Unlit.
just no way to get.
Yeah, that's what I was
illuminated
gonna
behind
say.
that. Yeah.
it would be kind of cool though if the logo actually glowed with the different cuts, you know?
I think there's
Oh, it's one
potential.
piece?
I think there's potential in that when they manufacture it.
That's a piece.
Do you know what I mean? Like where you have the different cuts? That would be really cool. I don't know if there's.
The owner's confirming that's the intent. So all the slices of the different meat cuts would be
Yeah,
a light you'd see, yeah.
you could do that.
It's gonna be very expensive.
Oh.
That's, you think you got what, 8 different, 9 different, 10 different pieces of metal you're trying to individually mount, light up, and
They'll have to sell a lot of steak.
that's gonna be one piece.
It's just a suggestion, it's not.
Okay, all right. And that's the only sign, building sign?
Correct. There's no
Okay.
signs, right?
And do you have is there a monument sign now?
There's that public sign, or it used to be a Kentucky Fried Chicken sign, I think. We're not using it. It's
Okay,
over in the
all
front
right.
corner, under the lamp, under the light post.
Okay, very good. Before any motions are made, I'll ask for any public comment about this application this morning. Any public comment? Okay, no public comment, all right. Okay, so we've got the exterior elevation changes and the building sign.
I'll make a motion. Mr. Chairman, regarding DRB 260013 Little Alley Steak, I'd like to make a motion to approve the exterior changes and signage as submitted with the following conditions. The exterior trim and surface at the enclosed porch will match the materials entailing to the north of the front door, which appears to be a hardy trim and panel material layout. And the applicant will replace any damaged landscaping surrounding the construction area to match the original approved materials. And finally, the new windows on the enclosed porch will match the glazing of the adjacent windows in both the mullion pattern and the glass tint. End of motion.
Owens, second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Rowan and second by Mr. Owens. Thank you, Mr. Owens. Are there any comments, discussion items about the motion on the floor?
No, just for the record, there was one other difference from the submission, and that's that they're keeping the existing front door. Not that that needs to be in the motion, but
That's
it's
it.
different from what was submitted, but they present.
Oh, did he do as submitted? Well, as submitted today. What's in today's packet is
I think that's,
correct.
with our discussions,
I get it.
that's
Yeah.
been inferred, so, okay. All right, any other items about the motion? There being none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All opposed, no opposition. Motion passes 6-0. Okay, got the building sign to do, please.
Mr. Chairman, regarding DRB 260013, Little Alley Steak, motion to approve the building sign as submitted.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Swing and a second by Mr. LeCain. Any comments or questions about the motion on the floor? There being none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All opposed, no opposition. Motion passes 6-0. Okay. Very good. Thank you for your presentation this morning. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
All right.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you very much, and you have a nice weekend. Thank you. Okay. Our next applicant this morning is going to be CSI Labs. CSI Labs, you're here.
They're coming.
Okay, all right. Okay, let me get a timing here, 9:50. What's that? Oh, okay. CSI. Perfect. I dropped it my top of my tab. Okay, if you hold off just a minute, let the coffee refillers refill their seats. We'll get started here. Okay. All right, we're good. All right. Good morning. If you introduce yourself this morning and then walk us through what's in our packet today, please. please.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Manuel Aguilar. I'm here with Bravo Painting Company. We are the painting contractor that is going to be doing the CSI Laboratories repaint project. And then basically here, do you guys want to start off with like existing pictures and then what it's going to look?
Yeah, why don't you show us what's there now,
Okay, so
and then,
this is the existing building, and then they have requested, what we're planning on doing is painting the brick with the underside stucco, and the colors that we're doing are the Sherwin-Williams Snowbound on all the white brick. Showing there. Yes, I do. Sorry. Did bring a couple color chips there. It's 4. I don't know how many people it was going to
sorry,
be.
we can share. And what was the name of that paint color again?
It's Sherwin-Williams Snowbound is the one, and then the gray is Sherwin-Williams Online. So it's like a light gray. And basically, the proposal would be for all the face brick being white, and then the underside stucco ceiling would be the gray. And then there's also like a metal lintel. You can't really see it because it's on the underside, so it's like right next to the stucco. That would be in the gray as well. So, and that would be basically the entire project there. Would just be the whole exterior all the way around all the sides of the building.
All right. Looks like some of your pictures have different color schemes in them, so let's see.
So this is the front view, and then this right here kind of shows, again, this is just a rendering, so this shows the underside stucco being the online, and then the white would be the snowbound on the brick.
Okay, so in looking at this photo,
Yes.
it looks like you had some of the gray, let's see, what's it called here? Online, okay? So the online gray, there's some of the face of the soffit is being painted gray, and then the soffit itself, the horizontal soffit. Now, if you go back to the picture before this, I don't see.
Yeah, it would, so the soffit here, I guess that small section is showing, it came out gray, but it's gonna be white. It's to represent the lintel, but the lintel I guess it's all gonna be white, so we wouldn't have the gray showing there. It's just, in this rendering, it was more so to show like the underside, because in the first picture, you can't really see the underside. So it was just to show that it's not gonna be fully white, that we are gonna have a different color. And if we go to the existing, I guess the lintel doesn't wrap around the brick. It's just on the underside. And so that would still be white. It's just that one rendering, like we're trying to fix it, and it was just more so to show the underside.
All right, I'm still confused.
The rendering is not correct.
I kind of liked how they wrapped up the gray, and there's a nice break point too in this picture where there's a reset, the brick actually recesses. I think that looks
You have to paint that lintel the same color
as the underside, yeah.
And when you get to the end
It's a
happy
there,
accident. No, you don't like it?
Here's why I don't
I
like
don't
it.
know where you stop.
Because this representation is not real. That lintel isn't that tall.
Oh, it's a brick lintel. It's
When
two
you go,
courses,
right, but when you go back to that thing, it's 2 bricks tall. So this isn't 2 bricks tall. That's representing what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bricks tall. So when you paint just those 2 little bricks, it's gonna look, I think it's gonna look a lot different. It's not, I don't think it's gonna look as great. If you go back to the brown brick picture, see how it's only 2,
And
no,
then-
the one before that,
And what the,
that one right there. See how it's only 2?
Yeah.
and
It's not the 5 or 6 that the rendering shows, so it's gonna be a really thin line up there, and I think that would look odd.
now, this is jumbo brick.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is big
This is
brick.
jumbo brick, not regular brick.
It looks
So
like it's a 4
That's almost 8 inches right there. Those 2 courses of brick are 8 inches, because it's jumbo.
So move to the left, to the end of the, where would you stop it?
So basically, all the entrances have like where it steps up.
Yeah,
It
no,
goes from
this
like
was,
9
this was
feet.
more of a question of this discussion. If we continued the gray, where does it stop on the, you just do that inset section?
Well, so I went ahead and I was working on this as well. And we'll, if we continue, I guess like the line, you see how it drops there? I kind of did the blue line there. If we do the gray and we continue it up to where the vertical line is, that would give it like a clean cut. Like you see, it does do like a drop. It's like about like a 3-foot elevation every entrance, and then it drops back down the length of the building, except for the couple entrances around.
What does the blue line represent? I'm sorry.
I was just to show like where like a natural break would be for if we were to do the break gray.
Do that all gray. And
Yeah, and then we would just stop it there so that it just doesn't go all the way around. Because I think when we look at this picture, we have the 2 bricks that you guys are discussing across. But once it drops down,
yeah,
the 2 bricks kind of disappear. It's all flat surface there.
right. Right. So the blue line, what you're saying is paint that whole upper area gray?
So something that, speaking of Brett, basically, the owner wanted to do the all white, but if we need to do some type of like light accent, here's the online. We had looked at the crushed iced, so because we don't, so it doesn't pop off as like as a gray. It would just be like a little bit darker of a white, but it would still be in the white family. We could accent this part that's here in the blue lines. Could be the crushed iced, which would just be a bit darker,
A little darker.
than the snowbound. And then the long stretches of the building would just be the snowbound. And then the only thing that was originally proposed for the online would be the underside stucco with the lintel.
Do you have a picture of the entire building?
So the best picture is the building, I think, is like close to 700 feet. And so it was hard to get a full angle. But this is kind of like one that shows a little bit more zoomed out. And I did try to get a full picture, but I would have to basically kind of standing across the street. And then you have too much trees in the way.
How many entrance features are there?
You have 2 on the front side, I guess on the road side. Then you have 2 that are perpendicular to it that are not on the road side. And then on the back side, there's 2 more. It's almost like an L-shaped building. So the 2 on the road side, 2 perpendicular, and then it has 2 more on the back side, a total of 4 entrances. And we could do the proposed crushed ice, like the lighter shade, on all 4, even on the ones that are not, to the storefront, to just keep it like all uniform. And but that would be total, would just be the 6 entrances.
I'll tell you what happened is that there was a couple buildings across the street from this.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were called Western Union or something, and they were done in 2019. They were
Okay.
completely whitewashed. They're the same configuration, same brick, same even
Design.
the same design. And that when they did all the whitewashing, everything going white, it just all the character of the building, I felt like, was just very lost. Good word. And so we're trying to keep you've got these emblems with the I guess the pineapples or whatever you want.
Yeah.
The
Fleur de lis.
yes, kind of up there. They're hard to see now, I agree, but I think we could make those pop a little bit too. There's a great opportunity because that shows you where the entrance is. So anyway, I feel like we need the painting if we're going to paint this, and it looks like you're going to have to do some pressure washing first because it looks like it's a very
Oh, no, it would be heavy pressure washing. I think
Yes.
I asked them, I don't know when's the last time they've done any work to the building, so it's definitely
Probably not.
kind of,
touched.
I don't want to say it's gone, but it's definitely gone.
Just want, if we're gonna do this, give it some, make sure it's got some character to it rather than just a complete whitewash, so.
I will say that I think that the half-inch recesses will show better when it's white than it does right now, because the mortar and the brick will be the same, so you'll see some of the shadows. I kind of feel like the top trim matching the bases and the undersoffit work well, and then if you use what's the darker color? Not the medium dark?
So it's
Crushed
a,
ice?
snowbound is the white, and then online is the gray. The accent color that we were discussing to put on the face of the brick over the entrances would be crushed ice. So it's still a white, but it's like a bit of has a little bit more color into it.
I mean, I would think that you could really do the whole entrance pop out in that like medium color, but keep the bases the darker color and the coping the darker color. I think just personally, I think it looks better than just doing the top part, which is kind of pretty heavy.
All right, so Eric, looking at this, the picture on the monitor, look at the main entrance there. So start from the ground up, Eric, and what are you kind of proposing or talking about?
So between the four columns,
Okay,
all that be the medium color with the bases as they are with the dark color.
the darker gray or whatever.
The darker gray, the under soffit, the darker gray, and then the full cap, the darker gray, and then any recessed column bases along the length of the building, the darker gray, and the cap, the darker gray. So the only area, and this is just, I mean, a suggestion, but the only areas that would be medium gray in lieu of the white crushed ice, whatever it is, are between the four columns, that whole area. Does that make sense? So the entrances would be a medium color, but it would still maintain the continuity of the dark gray base and the coping and the undersoffit.
The medium color is you're talking about is the new color, you talked
The
about
new
the
color.
crushed ice, right?
Yes.
That's the medium.
That's the medium color.
And we got white and we got the darker gray, okay. So that whole area enclosed in the blue plus the columns in the medium color.
Plus the columns.
Plus the
Including
columns
the
in the medium
columns.
color.
That's
But
right.
The base of the columns and still the parapet there in the darker
Yeah.
color.
And the undersoffit.
And the undersoffit, right, okay.
And if you have two of those on each side, I think it'll break it up a bit.
There are two on the west side, Parkway side.
Yep.
There are two on the
Perpendicular.
northern side, and then there's two in the rear of the building.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a total of 6 kind of entry features.
I think it would break it up adequately, and it's subtle enough that it's not like, it's just a suggestion, but if anyone else has thoughts.
No, I like it. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I just think it's kind of odd to keep these short columns white, you know, and because it's so top-heavy.
Do you by any chance have a sample of the crushed ice?
I didn't bring one of that. I did pull up like a digital. I had a digital version here, but I don't. It's a digital. It just kind of compares the snowbound with the crushed ice, and basically it shows where it's not like the online. So it's like it's still in the white. So I know the owner basically they just wanted to copy what was across the street. So they wanted like the all white, but I've kind of updated them and told them like it's not likely that we're gonna do all white, and so to kind of just keep things on schedule with them, and I told them, hey, let me kind of what you guys are discussing is what I kind of told them, and I told them it would still be within the white family but not gray, and so that's where we found the crushed ice that's in the snowbound family, but a couple shades darker, and it's not a gray, a full gray. It's still technically like a white, and so And then, like, I understood what you guys were saying, where you're saying that we need to do the columns, like basically the whole section and the crushed ice, the darker white, everything else stays white, and then we do the metal coping on top in the online, the stucco, the lintel in the online, and then to kind of accent the columns, the where the base gets a little bit wider, keep that in the online as well, kind of like what this rendering is showing. And then the only change would be just those entrances going with the darker white. And so,
The spaces between the entrance bays, can you zoom out or pull up?
which one do you want to?
This bottom picture's fine.
Oh, sorry.
Oh. So you'd continue with because there still is a small soffit on the main stretch of the building.
Yes.
So that soffit stays the online.
Yeah. So the
That
whole
return,
the whole soffit, like everything that's like horizontal would be online. So it starts off like at 9 feet, and then it pushes up where the entrances are. So all of that would be online, and then technically
Can you, there's a picture you can show that shows some of the soffit and some of the, there you go. Because you can see how the brick becomes some of the soffit too?
like right here.
Yes. So where are we stopping the online?
The online would be for the horizontal parts, and then for like the soffit face, because we would keep all of that online.
Let's use white and brown, since we're having trouble figuring out who's using
Yeah.
what terminology.
Okay.
In this picture,
Okay.
what you're saying, I think, Manuel, is the white
Would be
is
online.
gray,
That becomes the
and the
online.
brown becomes the white,
Yes.
Just color change occurs at the
Yes.
material change.
as it shows on the
As it
picture.
shows
That's
on
the
there.
color change.
Yes.
Yep.
And that makes sense.
Yeah, that's where I was
So the
going.
little bit
Good
of
break.
brick that's there, kind of like pointing into the building, that would be painted in the white. And then the rest would be the online.
And while you're here with that, with the wall light fixture there, are you painting those?
Are we talking about like
The wall pack.
The wall pack right there on the column?
Right,
the lights?
the light on the side of the
Are you painting that, or are you leaving it?
I think those we would pressure wash, because I think they look pre-finished. But if we need to throw a color on them, we wouldn't have an issue, because they have a couple lights throughout. I think they have, but we didn't really, we just would need to clean those. I think those are kind of, they almost match, like the current metal coping.
Yeah, so you think
But-
they'll clean up?
And so we can clean them, but in order to keep like a clean color scheme, we can hit those with the online. I don't think that was something that we really discussed, because it was, just kind of a couple lights, so we would just pressure wash them for them. But we could hit those in the online if needed. I think there's 2 per entrance.
A lot of times, those pre-finished light fixtures don't accept paint very well.
No, they're anodized,
It'll be peeling.
bronze anodized. Are you doing anything to the parapet cap at the top of the?
It was
Yeah.
so because the color on this one, it looked like it was the same as the building across. I think the building across is not painted. That was like an alternate option that we have with the owner, where it looks like it's not painted. So if we paint it, we would need to paint it. But after speaking with this morning, it seems like we should paint it in the online to kind of offset it. And I don't think that would be an issue with them. It would be more so like it was just kind of up in the air. Like, we weren't fully sure if it needed to be painted, because it might just need to be washed. But painting it in the online was what I recommended to them. And so I think it was more so like a potential cost thing. But if the approval is like, it's a go and paint that metal coping, I don't see why they would not move forward with painting it in online.
I thought we said paint that in the line.
Online.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just want,
Yeah.
so that's going to be the online. So that's the lighter gray. That's
No, that's the darker.
the
The
darker
darker
gray.
gray,
That's
yeah.
right. Okay.
And even the darker gray is not very dark.
Well, and I don't know if we could talk about the online color, because especially if we introduce the crushed ice, the medium gray, I almost feel like the online needs to go a smidge darker at the top and the bottom of the columns. I like the way that the renderings are representing, and I feel like they're a little darker than what this color is on the chip.
Manuel, did you happen to put eyes on the online compared to that cap color? Is that cap darker than the online
I
color?
think this one in person looks a little bit more of like a bronze, kind of
Bronze, like almost
it's
black.
It's like a, yeah, so it's not a black for sure, it's more of a bronze, and that's kind of what we have with the lights as well. And so when I went across the street to go look at the building, they wanted to kind of match. It was hard to really tell because it was not like theirs. Theirs is dirty. So once you pressure wash it, you're gonna get like a different color.
Being
and
that
so-
far away, if it is a dark color, let's just say, and cleans up nicely, would it need to be, could it just be the color that it is and do underneath it in the color scheme? Or do you think he needs to paint it in the gray?
I think for me, the big distinction is to have contrast with the white. So if it cleans up good, I mean, I don't necessarily have an issue. I think it's far enough away from the undersoffit and the base that,
Jennifer, is that sort of where you were heading, that you felt like there wasn't gonna be enough contrast between the?
I think so. I think that with the online color, and then also introducing that crushed ice in that kind of field, that the online wasn't going to be enough of a contrast.
Brett, don't we have our Sherwin-Williams paint? I thought it was in the drawer. Yeah, I think,
I don't know that it's gonna have those colors, I mean, because they change it pretty much yearly.
well, got
But,
enough.
I mean, we can potentially get there. I'm just thinking, that what I was thinking is that sort of where you were going, that needs to be darker than the
I think
online.
both would need to be maybe if we're talking about adding the darker color to the bottom of the columns and then also along the top.
So just,
But if we left the original color,
I think the existing, well, I don't think, I'm pretty sure the existing coping is gonna be darker than the online. The gray is not like a deep base gray, it's a gray. And I think the current coping on there is actually darker once pressure washed. I think painting it the online, which is the gray, it's actually gonna make it a little bit lighter. And so if you look at the chips there that you guys have, it's the 7647, yeah.
Probably can find it here, watch, I'll let you.
Here is the kind of the gray, colors. This one's online. And I think she was just thinking that we might go a little darker, like network gray.
Yeah, and that would give us some, and what's the other,
Yeah, see, so this is online. That's network gray, so it's online, and then a little bit darker is network gray.
okay.
So I was gonna mention that in your motion, that, you know, the application is for as presented, so we need to not just approve an option, we need to do something with the application. So you either deny the application, this is my thoughts, you either deny the application and give them an option, or you approve the application, but give them a preferred option for you would be this other thing. So, well, we have to do something with what they presented, because he went back to them with what we suggested. They said, we'd rather have it this way.
Oh, so So the owner wants it as presented.
Yes.
They replied while I was sitting over there, and they like the gray basis, but I have not presented the accent color because I was still kind of working on it. So it was just kind of like within the last day and a half, and so they want the all white with just the underside, but I already told them like I don't think that's kind of what the city is gonna, or I don't want to say the word approve, but it's not what the city likes, based on the building they were trying to copy. And so with that being said, I told them we will need to add some type of accent, so they are aware of that. I think the gray basis, the painting, the coping, keeps it clean, and I don't see an issue with that, because they reached out to us for our advice and like helping them come up with the color scheme, and so if you know, what we're discussing here is like having a lighter or a darker shade of white. If we present it to them, they'll just be like, okay, you know, if that's what the city's going to approve. They want to paint it, so I don't think having an unpainted building is an option for them. And the majority of the building is still going to be the snowbound, because I mean, like I said, it's I think like 500, 700 feet per side. And so if we do the accent, I think that would be something that they would be okay with. And then the basis, like they said in the coping, I think that would be something where they would be like, that makes sense, because it's not like they're changing their full color. They're still keeping the white. It's just a couple sections are going to go gray.
So they're okay with what we're saying, they just don't want the crushed ice.
No, they know that we're gonna have to do an accent color,
Okay.
and so it's just that's the one that I have figured that's the closest one that we're gonna get would be the crushed ice to still maintain kind of like the white.
I'm gonna throw in another option here that I think might,
Don't do it.
I know. If we're thinking we're gonna leave the parapet cap in, let's just call it a dark bronze, that it cleans up nicely. I think we get rid of the online gray on the base caps, because I think that's, everybody's sort of going like, what it would, so matchy match top and bottom. So dark bronze bases on all the columns, snowbound on the base, field color, and then just that crushed ice in the center.
I don't like the dark bronze. It's too much contrast, I think, at the base, and it's a different family of colors, you know, like, you're kind of outside of the, I could see it at the top because
Okay.
it's just a cap and it's far enough away from everything, but then it starts looking a little bit Frankenstein when you introduce that on splotching all over the
Yeah, if
base.
we have any gray, I don't think the dark bronze would work. I mean, up on the cap, it's.
Yeah, I think
probably
on the
fine
cap
because
it's
so
separated.
far up, you're not really gonna notice it, but bronze and gray don't really.
I like the online on the cap personally, but,
I do too.
but if it's,
I like the original proposal.
I personally like the online, the top two, because that's what we proposed, but they were just kind of like, for cost purposes, if we don't need to paint it, let's not paint it. But I think they should paint it because it's darker, which, you know, what you said, like, yes, it'll offset it more. But if you're painting the whole building to leave the cap in the bronze that matches the original brick, doesn't make sense to me, but, you know, that was just, I think doing the online on the top, having the snowbound throughout, having the crushed ice in the faces, and then doing the bases in the online, it still keeps it clean. It keeps it organized and uniform, and like you mentioned, it's not going to just start throwing like a bunch of colors on it, because at the end of the day, you're still going to have a white building, just a couple of shaded areas that are accented.
I actually like the crushed ice. I think it's enough contrast with the change of depth in the building personally, but.
Okay. I'm still confused, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to ask, is there any public comment about this application? Any public comment? Okay, no public comment.
All right, let's give this a try. I'm gonna go along with the original proposal, and we will see what the board thinks. Mr. Chairman, regarding DRB 260014 CSI Labs. Motion to approve the painting as presented today with the following conditions. The brick on the entrance sections will be painted in the crushed ice, including the columns. All column bases, parapet, and the underside soffit will be in the Sherwin-Williams 7072 online color. And the rest of the brick in the building will be painted in the SW7004 Snowbound as presented. And a motion.
Can I make one clarification? Or,
Need a second?
oh, sorry. Second?
Who's second?
Well, we need a second. Has anybody seconded the motion?
Owens, second.
All right, Mr. Owens is second. All right, hang on just a minute. So we have a motion on the floor by Mr. Swing, a second. We have a motion on the floor by Mr. Swing, a second by Mr. Owens. Now we can have discussion.
Okay,
Yeah.
quick clarification. You mentioned the parapet being online. It's really just the coping, correct?
Yeah, yes. Yes, the coping.
Okay.
Yes, just the coping.
Or the
yeah.
parapet cap, if
The
you will.
parapet cap.
Parapet cap,
Or the
yep.
coping, yeah, parapet cap.
Okay, can we, all right,
We still need to do something with the original.
Because there's not really a parapet
Wait,
other
you
than that.
No, I
cap
mean with the original submittal.
he said motion to approve
With the following.
with the
So we're
following.
denying the original.
With the following conditions.
So we're
Said-
denying the original.
You're denying the original and as presented today.
So if they don't want to do what you want, it's denied.
Yes, correct, yeah.
Okay, so I think we need to
I mean, isn't
have a
it-
denial of the
That's what-
submission.
Isn't this normally what we do? We approve
It is,
with
and
the
there's
condition.
been some question.
Oh, has there? Okay.
Because we design on the fly, which is okay, but we don't do anything with what they presented, which is what they want.
But you approved it as submitted with
As
conditions.
presented with conditions, that, you still want us to deny?
I mean, I
the
feel
original?
like it sort of gets there, but it really doesn't say, no, you can't do this, but you could do this.
So procedurally now, unless we approve exactly what's submitted, we are denying the original application?
That's what I think we should sort of move towards. Now, if you've got a representative here that can speak and can approve it, then I think you're in a different scenario. But in this case, we've got someone here that can't make that decision.
Can you, do you have the authority of the owner to make paint color changes?
I think the one that you guys.
Yes or no?
I would say yes, because if they say, like, if you guys approve it and they don't want to proceed, then it just wouldn't get done. And so I think,
So that's not a,
but
that's not a,
and
All right.
so I'm kind of, they know that we are gonna do some accents, and so we help pick the colors. They didn't pick their colors. We kind of put it
Okay.
together.
I would just
for
say,
them.
yeah, I would just say no. We can't, yeah. We need to, I think we need to do something with the submission besides approve it today with these changes.
Could we,
Would a friendly amendment to this motion?
Yeah, I think
be
you could get
appropriate
there
to
as
say,
long as we just
We are
say,
not approving
yes.
the proposed paint scheme, but we are conditioning it to be this.
And you could do this.
And if you do this, it's approved by the board. If you don't do this, it's not approved.
Yeah.
And they can't do
I-
it.
Yes, that, I think
Come
that
back
gets
to
there.
us.
okay, so friendly amendment to clarify that we are denying the original application in favor of what we approved.
So let's have a third party make a friendly amendments, not you, Mr.
I
Swain.
can't be
or
friendly,
not
I can't
Mr.
make my own
Owens,
friendly
but-
amendment? Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a friendly amendment to deny the original application as presented to us, with the only option for approval being the conditions that were presented by Mr. Schwinn. End of motion, or end of friendly amendment.
I accept the friendly amendment.
Okay, let's see. So we have a friendly amendment on the floor. Mr. Swing has accepted the friendly amendment. Mr. Owens, do you accept the friendly amendment? Yes, I do. Okay. All right, it's been accepted by both parties. We don't need to vote on that part of it. Okay. just for my clarification, can you go back to one of the front entrance pictures so that we know what the conditions are?
Want me to do it? So what the condition says is everything you see right there is going to be crushed ice, except for the bottom of the column, the parapet cap. Go back one picture. Go back to the brown. And the white in that picture.
Right,
Those will be snowbound.
correct. Yep.
No.
Online.
Online.
Yeah.
Online.
All right,
My bad.
all right, sorry. All right, let's go through one more time.
So one more
Sorry.
time. So all of the brown brick, except for the column bases, is snowbound. No,
Crushed ice.
crushed ice. God. Sorry. All the brown brick is crushed ice.
Right.
Column bases, though, get the darker gray, which is snowbound, along with the,
Online.
Can I clarify?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All of the masonry shown in the picture from the control joint right outside of the four columns will be crushed ice, with exception of the bases of the columns, which will be online, the underside of the soffit, which will be online, and the coping will be online. Does that
Perfect.
sound good?
Got it.
Perfect. Yep. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you also said the remainder of the building then will be snowbound.
Snowbound, what was originally
Snowbound.
presented.
But the column bases will be online
Except for the column
throughout,
bases,
and the
right.
coping will be online
Online
throughout.
throughout.
Yes.
Right.
And the undersoffit will be online throughout.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
Do we need another friendly amendment?
No, we got it.
just want to make sure all right. Let's zoom out a little bit to make sure we understand not just what's at the entrance. All right, here we go. So, not looking at the four-bay entrance that we just described, describe to us, I'll go to Mr. Rowan, what colors the main part of the buildings are. Again, so that we understand.
Sure. So the majority of the exterior masonry will be the, what's the white color? Snowbound. With exception of, I'll start with online, which is the dark gray. All of the coping on the entire building will be online. All of the undersoffit will be online, and all of the masonry bases that are, and pilaster bases will be online. The front entrance masonry, with exception of the online areas just presented, will all be crushed ice. Between control joint, just outside the columns on both sides.
Okay. All right, is everybody clear now? I think that helps with thank you for that description. Okay, any other comments or questions? Okay, all right, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of the motion that includes the friendly amendment, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All opposed? One opposed, so motion passes 5-1. Now, I have one more question for the applicant.
Yes.
There's a truck loading dock shelter in the back. What are you painting that color? What are you painting that structure?
The canopy,
Yes.
we're
And the
not,
columns.
I think the whole canopy with the steel columns all look pre-finished, and so we did not.
You're not touching that.
We're not touching it. It's kind of, we said to remain as existing. There is like a generator box, like a little, that's
Enclosure.
getting, enclosure, that's getting painted. And then the trash enclosure all the way on the back, we're also painting it in the same scheme. But we're not really messing, like you guys mentioned, you can paint it, prime it, but if it starts flaking, then it's just like, an issue for them to maintain it where we didn't mess with it.
Okay. Very good.
Thanks.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for your time this morning.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. All right. I'll tell you what, let's take before the next applicant comes up, which is going to be Sapporo Sushi and Steakhouse, let's take a 5-minute recess to stand up, move around, get some coffee refilled. All right, give us 5 minutes, but you can come on down and get set up if you want, please. I just wanted to be sure with all the crushed ice and the online, and the snowbound.
Don't have an easel, so what you'll have to do is set these up here or hold them. Easy. I think you should do is probably hold it here. This is the matter? Hold it here. We'll pull this mic over here and you can talk from here and point to the pictures.
All right, okay.
Okay? So that they can all see it.
Much better.
Yes, okay?
Thank you.
So I'll put this back here so when you introduce yourself, then you can just bend it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Be right back.
So I connected better or
Yeah,
this
you
one?
can connect, yep. Sort of involved with LDP team, but not really, that's all Ron Gordon and his team, but when you bring stuff to the board here, then that's when I get involved, so I'm sure you guys have some stuff in the works, and, Lamore's got all kinds of stuff going on, so. I just. I am, but I'm not all that. I have a decent feel for it. Signers, so that's what I've been doing that for 23 years, so that's, I understand that part way better than they do. Yeah, my frustration, nice to meet you. Good to see, so you guys will be running at some project. They'll get you, they'll say, oh, you were there and watched, oh, you can go. So are you landscape engineers, architects, or civils? So usually what we do for civil, get involved in this kind of process is you would sort of come up, you would do like site plan, where stuff's at, grade changes, different things like that. Civil is, this particular board
我刚才那个没有了。
没有了。
当然。
是啊。你的 USB 的。
我这个不是这个，我的这个 computer 看不到。哦，找到了。有这个就可以吗？刚才我弄了，找不到。OK， 等一下。
不到，我刚才弄好烂的。嗯。没关系，这个等一下拿这个大板就好。拿这个说，你拿这个说，我给你。没关系，没有关系。OK，我们现在一步步来，它会蛮久的。嗯哼，它怎么弄？一步步来。现在我们这个是这个样子。首先这个都可以。这个是 original， 这是 original， 这个已经开始了这样子，就从这里开始。然后我给他这个，给他们这个可以啊，一个给他们，你没那么多，我没那么多，对，他是这样的，他们自己你不要再给他，你这不要给他，你交给那个 Brad， 这个交给他，他拿给他们，他拿给他们。
Okay, let's go ahead and end our recess this morning and get started with our next applicant. That is Sapporo Sushi and Steakhouse. So you're here.
We can share them.
All right, good morning, welcome. If you will make sure you speak into the microphone, introduce yourself this morning, and then give us an overview of what we have in our packet today, please.
Okay. Yeah, good morning. This is Chung Si Chen. I'm architect, and Brother Lin together. We're going to present how we can do make a remodeling of this elevation of this existing building. All right. This is what we see right now on the picture is existing building, what it look like. And then we're going to have we have some drawing we try to share with you.
And if you'll make sure you speak into the microphone. Go. Okay.
Okay, it's fine. Thank you. Mainly, we modify this existing building on the side and the front view. Mainly, we just change the two sides, okay? The third side is because there's a lot of woods in behind, also building is a bit higher. So when we approach this building, we only see the two sides, okay? So that is what we are doing the elevation changes. And that is why also, when you see these two eye or 2 ear come up, because the third side, we didn't change that much, just like this one.
So, I'm sorry, go back to that first board that you were
Okay.
just holding up. Tell us, so the elevation near the top, that's what faces Mansell Road? Is that correct? That's the Mansell Road elevation?
Yes,
Okay,
main elevation.
all right, and then the elevation at the bottom of the board
It is
there
side elevation.
faces Davis
View.
Drive?
Right,
Okay, and those are the two primary elevations you're looking at?
that's right. And the
Making
third
some changes
elevation,
to.
we didn't do too much, because it's, on this side is woods, and nobody see it, and behind it, we didn't change.
And which, all right, so which sides are those that you just pointed out? That's, I'm going to say that's the side that faces Georgia 400, one of those.
This is the front right now, this is the side.
Just trying to make sure we get oriented on all four elevations. Okay.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
Mentioned that. It's not, on this side, it's not, we didn't change that much. But we will see, on this side, we will see that on top, that thing is still there. We did also painted the wall, brick wall, on the front, existing area to that brown, a little bit brownish color or beige color. Okay, well, thank you. We use that color to change the brick, existing brick. Yeah, change the existing brick. And we add the top, because of height, we want to hiding make the building looks different. Okay, looks more modern. And we added the front parapet and the side parapet. Okay, and leave the behind the last part. Okay, stucco part, we just changed the color.
Is there a way on our monitors that you can bring up this elevation? Can you, on the monitor, on your computer?
Elevation, sure.
Yes, can you bring that elevation up? I think it'll be a little bit more helpful
Yeah,
for
well, I
us.
know. Okay, sure.
There, okay, yeah, oh, go back, no, all right, okay.
You saw it.
Okay.
That's right.
So now, does your mouse or pointer work on that? Yes. All right, so as he is describing, I don't know that you need to hold the boards up. On our monitors, can you just, with your pointer, show which areas?
Right. So that is the addition of the parapet we add on with the light stripe on the top and also light stripe at the bottom. So at night it will lighten up for showing that the area. And also we changed the canopy color.
Let's do this. Let's start from the ground and work our way up if we can.
Working up from
On the
ground.
different
Okay.
materials,
Yes.
just to walk us through that.
All
So
right.
this is the elevation that faces Mansell Road
Yes.
that you're talking about. All right, let's start with the ground at the base of the building.
Okay.
What are you doing what are you doing there?
From the ground, it's, we have, because of our existing window, we see that the ground line. And the window is, we we changed to the storefront, aluminum storefront window, because that original window is wood and so it's deteriorated in that certain way.
So that's the, those are the windows.
So we
So
changed
this
it.
is, all right, so this is the existing elevation. Very good, okay.
And as long as the landscape, we need asking the landscape person to do the landscape part. So we didn't show that yet. Okay,
Okay, well, let's just stick to the building, that's good.
okay, all right.
So those, looks like the existing to the left there, that's existing wood windows or doors or something.
Right.
You're removing those and putting storefront windows in, okay? And then
And,
also,
and the storefront window is this kind of dark bronze color on the frame.
okay.
We show it.
Bless you.
Bless you. Going up a little bit is the existing canopy, which is showing the existing building. We still keep that part, but we changed the color to a very bright color, yellow, on that.
All right, so,
Yeah.
all right. And are you leaving the existing stone along the base?
Yes, we do.
Okay,
We're
what-
leaving existing stone.
Okay.
And, like that, right? And when the brick part, we just painted into the color of the light one, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that the river's edge, the light
Right.
color?
My color?
This one?
yeah, this one,
Yes.
This one here?
your bridge.
Okay, that's from the last one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
On this picture color, maybe a little bit dark, so,
Yeah.
yeah, you didn't tell too much.
This is
Storefront or the roof.
this one is something to look.
The
the
metal,
tree.
the parapet cap,
Right.
Yeah.
okay.
On the monitor right now, that window, is that also getting replaced with storefront or? is
Yes,
that
we
window-
do.
That is, well, that
Because-
smaller window there?
Yeah,
Original?
that's so.
No, it was just on your monitor.
Entrance,
You just had it.
we actually, compared to existing, we raised,
That window,
actually raised.
under the awning.
Yes,
Is this one getting replaced? Yes. Yes.
So that's also getting replaced with
Right.
storefront? Okay.
Window and door all replaced.
All of them?
All replaced.
replaced, yeah. So,
Original is a wood door, wood frame.
Right.
So I changed it.
Change them all,
All of
okay. And they're gonna be in this black, the tricorn black?
yes,
Okay,
yeah, and also on the front of entrance, we have at the transom top, so make a raise the height of the entrance ceiling.
This one, the island,
And that is the side.
where is that? I'm sorry.
the main, in the top.
Oh, the,
The metal part, which
Okay.
is,
and again, on your monitor, there's a darker color. We talked about the lighter color of brick. The darker color is threshold taupe? Is on your monitor, the darker color.
right,
Can you point for me, Brad?
This one, this color? No, the dark color, this one. These colors. This color in the top?
No, well, that's not right. No, okay. Right. No, I was going for the darker paint color that was down towards
This one?
the base.
This one? Right here.
the base,
Yeah, there's a
Base?
darker color there, yeah.
This one?
yeah, the base,
This one is
So that's,
stucco
stucco is
Sable.
color, stucco color.
stucco color,
the stucco color is not stucco, sable?
similar like this one,
Okay.
stucco color.
Yeah, okay, so and that's below the brick on the front,
Below the brick, you're right.
below the brick,
Similar to this one.
similar to that. So that's this brown that's in the middle, okay, sable, okay.
So you need to match this.
You're
color.
matching that, okay. Okay.
In the
top in this one.
Okay. Where
The
is,
top,
and where is this color?
on the top.
But
Where is this color?
light beige,
Threshold taupe.
The top.
light beige.
Oh, just at the very top, okay. All right.
Can I get one clarification? The base that's listed as PT4, is that the same color as WC07, which is the wood? Or is that because on the rendering, it looks like a lighter color.
Wall covering. Aluminum, that is this one.
Yeah, is that the same color as the base?
Right, the same as beige.
Look at, they're labeled on the back.
Oh, okay.
No. Stucco color. This
Yeah.
is stucco color.
So it's the same as
Same-
the
same-
base,
Same color.
as the stucco, okay.
So matching the together.
So the existing restaurant has the curved parapets.
Right, just like that.
Yes, are you covering those up, or are you taking those down?
We cover it up.
You're covering them up, so those are going as tall
Right.
as that.
Try to keep existing structure, but we added on.
Okay. All right,
It's a line.
okay. Understand, okay.
Mexican style and then modern style. So changing modern style.
Okay.
The restaurant is different restaurant. Mexican restaurant and
Japanese.
Japanese restaurant, so modern style.
Okay,
It's a different.
all right. So is everybody clear on the Mansell Road elevation? What's happening, what's changing? I'm seeing some nods, yes. All right, let's look, let's turn the corner there on the Davis Drive side. So the O2 elevation side view, O2. Let's walk our way through the O2, yes.
This one,
On your monitor, the bottom elevation.
on an elevation. Right. The same,
You
same,
had-
same, yeah. Anyone you
Okay,
Davis, yeah.
there we go, okay,
Corner,
yes.
corner view.
Looks like pretty much the same thing wrapping around.
Right, leaving the stone, okay.
Stone keep the same.
We didn't, I don't think we talked about the darker color band between the stucco and the top. Is that,
Yeah, that is stucco color,
Stucco
yeah, what's the band right above
Right.
the stucco color?
right, and base.
The horizontal,
Like where the lights
where all
are.
the lights are mounted, that
Right,
above the canopy. You know where I mean?
yeah,
The-
don't,
The band between the stucco and the wainscoting above, that
Switch
dark
out,
band
switch
is
out.
like the dark bronze?
don't touch.
Is that in the black?
That is a.
Tricorn
base,
black?
Like stucco color. It's dark.
I think so.
哦，
Seems like it should be a darker color.
这一条是什么颜
Is
色
it labeled?
It's even darker. Even
That's
darker.
what they said.
Didn't they show it?
No, no.
哎，just the same. 这么黑啊？不是，
改颜色了是吧 This one.
That one, okay, so that.
This is the wood. This is the frames of wood.
Frank, I think that's the tricorn black.
Actually, I found it labeled on the diagram, PT01. Which one is?
PT01 is a tricorn.
Okay, perfect, okay. Okay, okay.
What material are the canopies, the yellow canopies? Are
Which
those-
one?
Or the
The-
awnings?
Or, sorry, yeah, the
Are they-
awnings, the yellow? What
Pete?
material is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Canopy is
Yeah,
metal.
what are they made out of?
Metal.
Metal
Metal.
The existing
metal
to
canopy.
remain, the corrugated metal?
We keep the existing,
and painted.
just
And just
repaint
paint.
it.
Okay.
Repaint.
Oh, okay. All right. But they're not solid on the sides?
Yeah, I think they are solid on the side.
I think they wrap back, yeah.
Those are corrugated on that side.
Yeah, they, you know what, I don't think they do wrap,
They don't.
no,
They don't. They're not solid on the ends.
right.
They're open.
Yeah, there's a frame, looks like a wooden frame or something.
There is.
That's fine.
It's okay.
And the ones on one side, they're corrugated.
Okay.
Okay, all right. A question about the dumpster enclosure?
Dumpster closure.
Because right now, it looks like it's concrete block.
Dumpster closure.
P6.
That's stucco. Huh?
No,
No?
on metal,
Oh,
metal.
At the light.
This one
Was,
You're gonna stucco it?
no stuck, this is brick.
oh, this is original brick.
Here,
Oh, existing
They haven't even struck
color.
the order. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that is,
I said, you know what, I did take another picture of it somewhere.
yeah, it looks like cinder block,
It is cinder block and the mortar hasn't been struck.
with a very rough mortar, yeah.
that the dumpster is existing brick,
This is
brick
using
wall
brick
around.
wall, this is
So
the
we
dumpster.
changed the same brick color, a
It's
new
not-
brick color.
It's not brick.
No,
It's like cinder
not.
block.
Not?
it's
It's
concrete block.
That's had something torn off of it.
Yes,
Oh, no, well,
No concrete.
It did have something on
it did, yeah.
Oh, you think that's why it looks like
Yeah.
that?
That's
Oh,
why it
okay.
looks like that.
It probably had brick on it or something,
I don't know what they had.
but I don't see any brick ties.
Wood, some wood,
So-
something.
Anyway, yeah, that needs some help. That's the first thing you see when you drive in.
I
too.
know.
That's right there on the.
Yeah, that's not brick.
bro, yeah, but
I
pending.
think that was blocked with a,
Painting.
with a, what do they call that work joint where you don't,
Block filler?
you don't rub it,
No, you don't strike the joint?
you don't strike the joint at all.
Yeah,
I
but
think
just,
that's what it was, and that's
just-
probably what that old Southwestern thing. That's correct.
I see.
Where it kind of oozes out. That's the technical term.
It needs something, it can't.
I agree.
Yeah, but then you're gonna change to the brick color, same brick color. Gonna paint it
Yeah,
Painted that brick color, but you're gonna have to do something to make it,
smooth.
your stucco sub, your stucco sub
Yeah,
could,
smooth the face, surface.
you can stucco it.
Yeah,
No, no,
stuc- maybe stucco, but it depends, right? We can finish up on the top. The stucco, yeah, closer to that texture, match the texture. Okay. We can make a texture matching in the existing stucco wall and the color the same. Can we show this one on the, this one? Okay, all right.
The good thing too is by raising the parapet height, they're gonna hide some of the hoods and the vents on the roof that you can see. so. Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other, so are, on the opposite side of the building, are you doing anything else on the opposite side now?
Other side, we keep in the back. Nobody see it, and then there's nothing to be addressed about, so we just leave it as
Because that's the parking lot side.
color.
Okay, so, yes, the elevation that's down at the bottom.
Yeah. Just painted
Where your,
color.
where your left thumb is that elevation.
Just painted color.
Keep existing finish and color.
Right.
I was gonna say, why? Yeah.
To the side.
So what's the reason for not finishing or,
So sorry.
now this is the side that faces kind of Sam's, the bottom, where your pointer is, that faces Sam's, pretty hidden. But the elevation that's at the top of the screen is where the parking lot is. That's where that's where a lot of people park, so they'll be seeing this.
Right. Only it's the side on the back, nobody see it.
So you're not changing, you're, like the
Just-
awnings over the windows, you're not painting those yellow?
Only the, what existing canopy that is above the window, the metal canopy, we do that, yes. Change color. The yellow.
I feel like we're only doing half the building.
Just two. The other side, the other side, the other side.
So we're not, it's like they,
Right, you're not, you need to do this on
This
this,
one.
these two.
No,
Same side.
yeah, this one need to be the same color as
Same
this
color,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's one too. We make mistake on that.
Yes, all the awnings will be the
see,
same.
there's exist.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's from, yeah, that's the other side. I mean, so
It's sort of a three-sided site.
it is. Yeah, that's. I feel like on this elevation that we're looking at now, you need to do some renovation work
No,
to continue your design and architectural colors and schemes to this elevation.
okay.
Because you've, at the top, you've got the Mexican parapet still there.
Yes, this has to save money for the one. Sorry. Yeah, we can do a little bit, just cover that. We can do that.
I think you guys have done a great job with the architecture on the other
other
sides,
side,
and this
right.
kind of just feels foreign and the colors, and then also those southwestern parapet caps look
I
very
believe,
odd.
yeah. Well, that's right, we can do that, no problem, no problem. So the front, the elevation we change a little bit, we can make higher. Okay.
The,
No
the,
problem.
the drawings show the stucco color and the metal ribbed color as the same color. I mean, you've indicated that they're the same color, but the drawings show the ribbed metal as
Right.
slightly lighter. Is that is the intention for those to be exactly the
Maybe
same?
reflection, maybe
Is it the
stucco
lighting
with
or?
some texture, but metal does not have texture, so.
Oh, okay.
The color will be a little bit different.
Yeah,
Similar.
oh, that's all right.
Cut down.
Thank you.
So here's this is the other side of the building.
Yeah,
I was looking around, they've got that same sort of mural area on the other side, so if we basically took this elevation, make it the other side as well, treat it the same.
100%.
Just do the same thing. So same thing with your windows and
I see.
that off. And, yeah, just do the same that you've got right up here. This sort of look right
Yes,
here
sir. Yes,
on
sir.
that other side.
Okay. Understand.
I'm comfortable if you all want to leave that elevation
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah,
Okay,
As long as they get rid of the curvy parapet.
all right.
So,
Understand.
Still think we can make them eyeballs.
oh, well, that's on the front, that's on the Mansell Road side. We're talking about the 400, Georgia 400 side, okay.
what about the fourth elevation? Should we look at that?
You know,
Is it just
I see, yeah, adjust.
the fourth,
the Sam's Club.
the Sam's Club?
What faces Sam's Club.
1, 2,
The dumpster side faces Sam's Club
So-
directly. You've got kind of there's a hill that goes up to the.
so you can't see anything.
Parking lot that's sort of that fourth side.
Yeah, it's behind
The
the
north elevation.
Scroll down one more.
dumpster.
Go down. Go down. Yes.
There it
we go.
is. So that needs to have color to match
Right,
as
we need
well.
to do that too, yeah. Yeah,
And
Dumpster.
that's concrete block there too, with the eaves,
Need to show.
east,
Right.
Smooth it off with some sort of finish or something, yeah. Yeah, and paint it,
Like a parch coat or something.
probably the dark color.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that's
I
good.
mean, yeah. Okay. And then, the landscaping, you're
We
coming
are-
back with
We're
landscaping?
coming back with that.
Okay, because I know there's a palm tree there and
Uh,
it needs some help.
Japanese maple. So, only-
Okay, before we have any motions or anything, I'll ask for any public comment about this application? No public comment, okay?
Actually, let me ask one more question. On the patio, is there an enclosure on the are you planning to put an enclosure on the patio?
Try to make it open.
You're going to leave it open, okay?
Yeah,
Because
make
one of the renderings looked like there was
Yeah,
a
the canopy- the
curtain or
patio.
something.
Yeah, go to your rendering. The-
Yeah.
One of them
Right.
looked like had a,
Right.
yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
see, it looks like you've got plastic, right? You're not gonna do that though.
Not doing that, okay.
To the milk cover, open,
Okay.
open, yeah.
AI has some workings.
It,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah,
We need to
has a
keep
mind of
open.
its own.
The other angle, the other angle shows better. This angle, yeah, this angle shows better. This one.
They've actually, over the front door, they've actually already installed that vertical metal siding because they've got their sign up. Okay. Any other questions for the applicant this morning on that? So Brett, you can take care of the other two elevations. The,
Yeah, I can care of the other two elevations and the dumpster enclosure
okay,
as far as,
all right.
yeah, I'll look at those. I'll get them to send me renderings of that first and then we'll put it through to the building side.
Okay. And we're going to leave the two peering eyes.
The two ears,
The ears.
ears, eyes, whatever they are.
On-
Just on that elevation, the other ones are hidden behind.
That'll get,
Yeah, it's okay. That's how it's-
that'll give us the reminder that it was something
that's how
before.
it's-
Sapporo.
All right, we ready for
Okay.
a motion?
I think so. Let's see what you can,
Well, all right, give it a
Crap.
shot. Mr. Chairman, regarding DRB 260015, Sapporo Sushi and Steakhouse. Motion to deny the application as submitted and approve the following. The following changes to the application as submitted. Applicant will finish the east facade and the north facade in a similar style to the other two facades with final approval by staff. and applicant will stucco the block surface on the dumpster enclosure to match the texture and the new color on the building with final approval by staff. And a motion?
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Swing, a second by Mr. Rowan. Any comments or questions about the motion? There being none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All opposed? No opposition. Motion passes 6-0. All right, thank you for your time this
Thank you,
morning.
gentlemen, lady. Thank you.
When do you plan to open?
2 months.
Owner try open quickly, August.
August,
Yeah,
next month.
I tell him impossible.
Okay, very good. Good luck. Well, thank you. It's good to see a empty building being repurposed and reused again, so thank you.
So he need to open August, so I don't know.
Okay, very good. All right. Okay, our next applicant is Amasa Kitchen. Amasa Kitchen, you here? Good, okay. All right, maybe give them just a minute to clear out, and then you can. Amasa Kitchen. I hope I said that right. Did I pronounce that correctly? Amasa? Is that-
Yep, Amasa Mexican Kitchen. How are you guys doing?
We're good. How are you today?
Doing well, thank you very much.
Good. All right, so if you'll introduce yourself this morning and then give us an overview of what we have in our packet today, please.
Yep, let me full screen this. My name is Juan Calle, and I'm the owner of Amasa Mexican Kitchen, and I'm here to present a sign package for y'all today.
Okay.
I just want to start by saying that I'm super excited to open in this community. Everybody's been incredible, super helpful. Right here has been really helpful through the process, but just everyone's been so welcoming with open arms, and we're just very excited about being in this community.
Well, we're very excited to see a vacant restaurant being opened up again, reoccupied. So, yes, thank you for being here.
Yeah, that building is, it's a great location, great space, great bones. We're doing a lot to it to make it different though. So here, I'll get started. The first is the sign that's above Central City Tavern that's facing the courtyard. And this is a halo lit reverse channel letter, which you can see here. So going to be the Amasa portion is going to look like this, and then the Mexican Kitchen and the logo is going to be this acrylic around it. And for that, we're going to be using the existing low voltage that's already on there from the previous sign. So basically what we're doing with both signs is we're trying to keep the design intent from the original signs the same, but changing to ours. So this one, we're removing the old sign, we're placing the new sign exactly where the old one was.
So the new sign is okay, I'm sorry, go to.
Yeah, so you see on here is the Jekyll one, and then back here is the Amasa one. So it's basically on the exact same space.
Same configuration, same size,
Yep.
same location, just.
Exactly. I think what we're trying to do with the interior than the exterior, we're changing a lot of the things, but a lot of people are still familiar with the space and there's history behind it. So we're kind of trying to play off of that a little bit. So this is how that one would look. And here's the details behind it. Which I just talked about, the logo, which is the acrylic painted, the letters that are the reverse channel lit letters. And then the background, that purple that you see on there. So our restaurant, the foundation of the restaurant is our heirloom bluebird tortillas that we use every day. And so the background of that is supposed to look like blue corn kernels. And then the top, which is our symbol, the top little pieces are corn kernels. The middle piece is comal, which is that's where the tortillas back in the day used to get made in a basically round griddle that was over fire. And then the bottom of it is an old school corn grinder. I'm sure you guys have seen it, the hand cranked one. So basically it talks through the entire process of how we make the blue corn tortillas in our logo. That's what that means.
So that's what you're going to serve is blue corn tortillas?
Yeah, so all of our tortillas, we work with a farmer and we get them organic, non-GMO heirloom blue corn. We work with a farmer in Illinois that grows this one, and we bring it by the pallet and we have a grinder. So now it's not a hand crank, but it's an electrical grinder, and we grind them every day and we press them daily. So, yeah,
So-
it's someone's full-time job to make tortillas.
Work for your meal.
Yeah.
I think we,
Yeah, so we have a tortilla, and that's our full-time job is
so
to make tortillas.
it looks like it looks like there's 6 different colors here that you passed out, but
Yeah.
it only looks like there's 2 different colors on the sign.
That is correct. So that is all the colors of our brand guidelines, and then 2 colors that we're going to be using. Well, there's 2 different purples. If you see on here, there's a darker purple and a lighter purple in the background of the sign, and then we have the pink, which is the where the letter is. Let's see.
Okay, I'm going to ask this question. So the board that you passed out here, this sign looks different than what's on our monitor. And I'll tell you why. It looks like there's a black background between Amasa, and I don't see a black background.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that.
It's going to be
Close
like that.
This one.
Yes.
All right, well,
Yeah,
let me
yeah.
pass this around so everybody sees.
So can you tell me, out of these, which are the 2 colors that you have on the sign there?
So basically what he said, all of the purples are in that background. Remember I said that background is a,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not a solid color background.
Oh, okay.
So they're all in there, but as far as the other color, there's
It's
only.
just one of those.
Yeah. Which one is? That one, okay. All right, so you're not using those other 2, so we'll take
No,
those.
these are just for, they're part of our brand guidelines.
I got you,
So
okay.
that's what we use for all of our designs.
All right, so those-
And let me see if I can.
So this is kind of a mix of.
Yes, the purples.
Yeah, so the background is supposed to look like a blue corn. If you get a blue corn, it's not just going to be one purple. It's a bunch of different purples, and then it has a little dots like the corn kernels.
Okay, all right. Interesting.
Okay, so.
And here just goes through a checklist of the downtown sign ordinances, and making sure that we check all those boxes. And then the second sign is the larger sign that's on Academy Street. And that sign, I thought it's already a great sign. Like the structure of it is really good, but obviously we have to change it. It's almost 13 feet long. So we work with Brett over here to make sure that we are communicating our brand. So what we're doing is where the Jekyll was at the top, we're removing that and we're making our symbol there. And then the letters themselves, here's more detail on that. The letters themselves are going to be custom routed aluminum. So the entire face of what it currently is going to be removed. And then at the bottom, where they used to have this like 44, and that's where like the bottom of it that looked like a beer tap. We're removing that and we're adding Mexican kitchen there. And then our plan is to light the entire sign from both sides with gooseneck lights.
Where would those lights be located? On the face of the building?
Yeah.
And they'll be kind of angled out?
Exactly. Yeah, on both sides, angling it, lighting it down. Yep, so that's it. Do y'all have any questions?
Yeah, so the color, you have a purple and a pink. That's the same purple, mixed purple and pink we've seen on the other side,
Yes.
right? And then Mexican Kitchen looks like a another color?
Yeah, so if you look here, these are entire brand guidelines, and the brick red is going to be what's behind the Mexican kitchen portion.
The brick red.
A cool thing going on here is that the existing structure and features like the stone and the brick and the wood lintel, it's all set up ready for your character of restaurant.
Yeah.
So you're still using for the blade sign on the building, you're still using the same structural members?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because
So
it
this-
just looks like, I'm looking at the two renderings now, it looks like the horizontal structural members are in different locations on your new sign than they are on the existing sign.
Yeah, that was probably the sign manufacturer was doing it on just for design purposes, but we are going to be using the same structure, so it's going to be mounted to the building the exact same way and everything. He's removing it and he's using the frame, and he's going to have to, change it around a little bit to make it look like this.
Is there anything on the edge of the sign? Because today it has Jekyll on the edge of the sign.
Yeah, so on the edge of the sign, we're going to cover it up, and it's just going to have the purple that goes all the way around.
Just the purple
Yeah.
going on.
But how wide is that? How wide is that
It was
edge?
actually pretty,
It's
it
pretty-
was
it
actually
seems-
fairly wide, yeah.
Seems like it has, okay. Okay, and then you said you're mounting some gooseneck fixtures to light the sign up?
Yes, on both sides.
And are they, how many fixtures are you using?
2.
So one on each side?
That's right.
Okay. And they'll be, I guess they'll be pointing down?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll have one, so they'll both be pretty high up on the
Oh,
face of
yeah.
the building to do that.
I'd almost recommend that you get spots and like nondescript, what were you gonna say?
I told Juan not to go here if we didn't have to, but I think we're gonna change the sign a little bit. Now thinking about it, when I noticed that the sign guy said he was gonna use goosenecks to light it, I don't think that's the best thing.
I think it's gonna work.
What I think we'll end up with is a moss-up is gonna be will be a push-through edge lit. So we'll put a opaque vinyl on the front letters, so it'll sort of kind of give it a halo kind of feel, but it's not gonna be this 3-inch thick letter sitting on there. It'll probably stick out about an inch from that face, you might say, from the purple corn, from the blue corn, I guess it is. And then, so it'll look like a halo, but, so it's not gonna shine through the front, it's called edge lighting.
Edge,
It's a really nice look.
edge.
Is it like a reverse halo almost?
No, it's edge lit, just on the edge.
Kind of that.
Because the light's coming from the
So when you
background
think
almost?
about- Where's that acrylic letter? Right here. So you can sort of see light through this acrylic letter. When you put an opaque face on it, you're gonna see light through these edges.
Okay.
Really elegant look. I think that's probably because
That's actually going to be easier too, because there's already
there's already.
a lighting mechanism inside of it.
There's not a really good way to externally light
I wouldn't think so.
I don't feel like, and get it an even.
It'll look goofy to have, like goosenecks, and it'll,
You'd almost have to.
Have a lot of shadow.
Sort of like
Gosh,
an LED strip that was as long as the thing that had some shields or something because you want need the whole thing evenly flushed, and that's just not gonna get there.
so are you gonna be able to edge light Mexican Kitchen also the same way?
Probably not.
Probably not, okay.
Maybe. I'll see how small they can do, but there's still potential for that. I just don't know what Mexican Kitchen, how tall those letters actually are. I think, if I remember right, when I was talking with another sign vendor, you had to have like 3.5 inches like a cabinet sign, because the light's all internal, but it's only pushing out this area, and then we block it so that it only does the edges.
Yeah. I like
And you,
that.
for something like this, it's going to look exciting to have the whole thing integrated together.
Yes. I think it'll give it a better presence.
So Brett, what do you see? Which part of the sign or sign is edge lit?
The letters, only
Just,
the letters.
just a mesa,
and
masa.
Hopefully Mexican kitchen.
Those are the edge lit. And then what about the blue corn kernels and?
I don't know how you could illuminate that.
Okay.
The only thing, if you wanted that, is potentially he could mount like an LED strip in the top of that can. Right. The old tap handle, and just let it sort of flush up. You wouldn't see it, but it might illuminate it. So there's potential with that. I can talk to him about that. I do think that you'll sort of miss that at night, so I think we need to try to do something with it.
I think that,
I'd like to share a comment that's maybe too subjective, but I want to throw it out there. I feel like the mark that you have is a great mark for your brand and all. But on this Blade side, I feel like it's kind of overwhelming and maybe too whimsical for downtown compared to all the other stuff. It's just personal opinion. I don't know if playful or whimsical's the right word, but it's really kind of in your face. And I was wondering if you had ever thought, since you're already carrying through on the Central City side, that same original border from the Jekyll Island sign, if you had considered putting your mark inside of that almost like oval shape, not oval, that same bordered sign, and then maybe have that as a push-through also, instead of this kind of giant floral thing. Just a thought. I don't know if anyone else had that feeling.
I think that was his original submission, and he was encouraged to go this
Oh,
direction.
was he? Okay. It's just loud and proud.
Only because that top, I don't feel like it's big enough to get all of what you have in the other sign in that little piece. That was my suggestion.
Well, the original submission had a masa in that piece.
As well.
What I was saying
But
was,
it was only vinyl, and when I told them that we couldn't do just vinyl, and you got dimensional, now you
Yep.
now you need more space to be able to do those dimensional letter.
Oh, yeah.
Feels, and I don't think he felt like it was enough, but I can talk to him.
what I was saying was, prove this exactly like it is. And this is just an idea. I'm not saying that it's a condition or anything, but take the top piece as it is today, put your logo inside that border, and do make it lit. You know, like have it not reversed. I don't know, the acrylic. You know, within that border, kind of like you're using that border on the other side. I just feel like the corn stalk. What is the mark actually representing again?
It's the whole process of the corn, the kernels.
I'll just call it your mark. I just feel like in the landscape of all of our downtown signage, it's I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit overwhelming, but that's just my thought. Anyway.
Well, I mean, for us, for the sign manufacturer, I'm sure it'd actually be easier to keep the top Jekyll thing and then just put the logo in it the way that you're saying.
Yeah,
That's
kinda
basically what
just
you're
I
saying,
thought.
like framing the
Just put
logo
the
inside
here,
that
it
top
says
square.
Amasa.
but I feel like maybe you want to get away from the beer tap handle.
Right.
It looks like a deer tap.
Well, it does now, the
It does,
Jekyll.
right.
Yeah, so this is a deviation, so you're getting away from that, and getting away from the Jekyll kind of image, the leftover Jekyll.
Right, and that was, I think that was the idea behind it, that we didn't want people to think that's a beer tap.
It kind of gives it some, it gives it some creativeness, I mean, maybe it goes overboard there.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a little too
Cartoon.
whimsical, But anyway.
Okay. Okay, any other comments, questions about this? All right, does somebody want to, we've got the, so we've got the large blade sign here that we're looking at on our monitors, and then we have the building mounted sign kind of over Central City Tavern, that, on that side of the building. Somebody want to craft a motion, please?
I guess we're kind of, you said basically we just leave the method of lighting the sign to staff, which might include edge lighting or some other techniques, right?
That's my opinion. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
have to, you guys
No,
have to craft it to be comfortable with it, but.
I'm
but I really
fine with
feel
that.
like it'll be a better look with
Yeah.
an edge lit.
I agree. No, I
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't see goosenecks. I think being so high, they'll look out of place. It's almost like.
It's just another object, and we want to minimize the objects on the wall.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
And they won't give us a continuous lighting look, it's just kind of a general lighting area of that blade sign. So I don't, it may even be distracting if we put goosenecks up there.
I was just say personally on the top, I could go either way, you know, on what they presented or what Mr. Rowan was suggesting. So I'm just going to make a motion to, and we'll see where it goes. Mr. Chairman, regarding DRB 260016, Amasa Kitchen, motion to approve the sign, building signs as submitted, with final approval by staff on the method of lighting the sign, which may include edge-lit letters as discussed today. And a motion?
Second.
Okay, a motion by Mr. Swing, a second by Ms. Sprayberry. Any comments, questions, discussion about the motion on the floor? All right, there being none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All opposed? One opposed, so motion passes 5-1.
I'm sorry, who seconded the motion?
I did.
Jennifer did. Okay, very good. Thank you for your time this
Thank you
morning.
guys very
Appreciate
much.
it. Yes.
When do you open?
Yeah, I was just saying, how soon are you looking to open?
Next month.
Next month? Okay.
Very excited. It's going to be
We're
great.
very excited.
All right,
Yeah.
very good. Okay, folks, our next meeting is planned for Friday, August 21st, and there will be no further business, and with no objections from fellow board members, this meeting is hereby adjourned. Thank you. All right. Okay. Good job. Second.
I'll talk to him and we'll ping you back.